than TV.
I just think there was a kid who grew up in our avenue, right, on the estate, who, when it was born, right, we kind of thought it's got no chance, this kid, because its man was a bit of a rumman. You know,
a rumman? Where's that?
No, just like, you know, she liked going out and having a fag and like having a drink, and she's never at home. It's the one who had the horse in the house.
Sure.
Right, which I don't want to go over.
Sure, it's old news.
It's out there, isn't it, if you want to find out about the horse in the house. But she had a kid, and everyone was pretty surprised when they saw it, because it was a good-looking kid. She was surprised, because, like, you know, the man wasn't that good-looking, the dad was a bit rough. But it came out, and she was showing it around the avenue, going, look at this I've had. And she was chuffed with it, because it's probably like one of the newest things she's ever had, because everything else was always sort of second down and what have you. But suddenly she's got this brand new little baby, right? Anyway, as it grew up, right, those looks went. Right. And I'm not talking getting old, I'm talking by the age of about 3. It looked rough already, right? And all that just happened because that's the life it was in, right?
Yeah.
So like it had like a patchy head. Its hair.
It had a patchy head.
A patchy head. It's just sort of.
It wasn't a North American Indian. What do you mean, a patchy head?
Just his hair was patchy. He used to chase sort of cars and stuff.
It's cars. Sorry. What do you mean?
That's what he did for his.
Sorry, did she let it get raised by wolves?
No. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, what is it that makes a person? Do you know what I mean? Now, I don't know what state he's in now, but maybe he learned all his mistakes by the age of 4. Well, the only time I wanted a wig was when I did jury duty once, right? And it was annoying that I was sat on the jury right in front of, like, these criminals, right? Everybody else has got disguises. The judges have them wigs on, right?
That's not disguises!
That's a disguise. That's why judges wear them, right? So
no! Well, then why did they print their name in the paper and have a picture? What do you mean it's a disguise?
Well, it's a disguise, isn't it?
No! If it was a disguise, they'd go in with one of those glasses with a nose and the beard attached if it was a disguise. All judges would look like Groucho Marx if it was a disguise.
Well, I'm just saying that's what annoyed me when I was sat there on the front row, right? I couldn't have been any closer to the criminals, right? I was sat there and I thought, why didn't I just pop a little wig on or a pair of glasses?
I would have loved to have seen you in the front row at Crown Court.
No, because
I'd love to see it because in this country you're not allowed to show pictures of jurors. You can't take photos in a courtroom, so there's always these sketch artists that draw drawings, and it's on the news. The idea that we'd have seen 11 people and a sort of Krusty the Clown figure would have been amazing.
Yeah, I would love to see the artist do an interview, because it would be like complicated people. Oh, hey, he looks characterful, and then just a little round
Charlie
head.
Brown.
Charlie Brown sitting on the end. Okay, Carl, you're in charge of the world now. You are this. You're all powerful. You're like a god. Okay, you can do anything. You call all the scientists, and they go, "What do you want of us?" Oh, orange-headed one. What the fuck do you want of us? Right? What do you want them to do? Go. What do you say?
Well, I want to come in and... How long have they been working on the Big Bang idea?
Forget it. You've got every science.
No, but I don't just want to come in and poo-poo that, because they're going to...
Poo-poo?
They've done a lot of research on
Hold on, you wanted to stop a minute ago?
Yeah, I know, but you don't just come in, guns are-blazing. I'd say, hello,
you can do
everyone.
anything you want. Oh, go on.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Carl, leader.
Right, listen, this Big Bang thing you've been doing...
Yeah, well, that's just only a few of us. That's like less than 1,000,000% of us. We're all here.
Yeah?
I've dropped AIDS research. I've dropped cancer research.
Right, well, why have you dropped that? Who's told you to do that?
Well, no, we knocked off. They said you wanted to tell us something. We're all here. Every scientist in the world is
listen,
here.
what research are you doing?
Oh, well, I'm looking at what happens if you give Feminax to an owl.
What happens?
Well, I'm halfway through it. I got called away.
Look, I'm really busy. What do you want me to work on?
Who said they're doing cancer? Go back to work.
Cheers.
Right.
Okay, the rest of us doing stuff that you think we're fanning around with. What would you want us to do?
Well, I can't do it all today.
What about me? I was doing AIDS.
Hang on a minute.
I was doing AIDS.
You just wait a minute.
Right, okay, why does cancer get to go back? Are you saying that cancer's a bigger problem than AIDS?
You go back to work.
So I get to go back. I'm doing... Oh, I'm doing restless leg
Right,
syndrome.
can everybody but the Big Bang people leave?
These words of wisdom will be inscribed on a wall of a museum one day. Proceed.
I think trousers are going to be stopped being made. Just because
Right.
you see kids now, they've got pants around their ankles. They're going further and further down. So I think that's evolution, just getting rid of the trouser.
Right.
It's just dropping naturally.
That's the evolution of the trouser because it's dropping incrementally
Well, you see now, you
down
can
the
see
arse.
kids' underpants, so they're just dropping.
Yeah.
I think they'll get to a point when they just don't bother wearing them anymore.
Right.
Prediction 1.
Okay,
That's an amazing one.
They'll stop making trousers in the future.
Good,
Okay.
We're going to get weaker. That's already happened. Mm-hmm. They used to say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Now they're saying eat 5 fruits.
Right.
So we've definitely that's evidence. You can't argue with that. I'd probably put that first because the guy is right. What's number 2? So swap that round.
Okay, that's number
Give
1.
him the pants second.
Yep.
I'm gonna die.
Okay,
They
number
used
3.
to say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. They used to say pull your trousers up. Now they say put them down. You can. I've never had such fucking dribble.
Number 3.
Right, number 3. Oh, the scholars are now waiting with bated breath when they find this old scroll and they go, ooh, what can number 3 be?
I reckon we'll blend all our food.
Oh, God.
No, because
He was going to make a point about race. When he said, I never thought it would be, we'll blend all our food.
like they do for babies, you mean?
I just think when you think about all the stuff we eat now, cavemen chewing on big lumps of meat.
Yeah.
We had wisdom teeth.
Yep.
Now they say, take them out, you're not using them.
Yep.
Why not using them? Because your food's soft.
Yep.
Sorbet.
Yep.
Soups.
Yeah.
Everything's softer,
Just
isn't it? When you
those
get an
two, yeah.
avocado, they say, is it soft? Everyone's squeezing the food before they buy it.
Yeah.
No one wants anything tough.
Yeah.
So I think chewing is a sort of
It's a thing of the
thing of the past. We haven't got the time to chew. Everyone's like, hurry up, eat that. You don't have to go out for dinner with Ricky. He's like, hurry up. Like, I'm still eating
Well,
it.
he does blend his food, I think. Okay, so blending food.
Great.
I reckon... what else do we do now? So I've done teeth. Done trousers. I've come up with this idea. It's sort of like glasses, but you can live wherever you want to live.
What do you mean?
Everything that's real, you're not looking at that anymore. This is really the future. I'd put this at number 10. This is like...
We're only doing 5. Fuck me.
So what you mean is that you look through the glasses and instead of seeing what the real world, you see a tropical
what
paradise.
you want to see. So if you're a young kid and you like the idea of living in the urban ghetto with all graffiti on the walls and that, you can see that.
Yeah, but hold on. Are you walking around? Because you'll be bumping into stuff, won't you?
No.
Why not?
No, what you mean is that the stuff that's there in the real world is being digitally reimagined in your glasses. So what was a nice country lane is suddenly now an
It's
urban
got loads
ghetto.
of graffiti on it.
Sure.
Absolutely mental, pointless, would
But-
never work. Absolutely
But
one of the
older-
maddest
So
things you've ever said.
really weird, that one.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could be done.
It will,
I reckon it could be easily
Why
done.
would it be? Okay,
Because-
that last one, that's number 4. That's a load of bollocks. So what's number 5?
There'll be more letters in the alphabet.
Why?
Why?
Because we're running out of words now, aren't we?
No, we're not running out of
No,
words.
we are. We are definitely running out
Just
of words.
using, it's using the letters we've already got and
yeah.
making new words.
Yeah, we're making,
No, but we haven't got enough now.
Of course we have. Have you any idea? You could have a word with 9 L's
Yes.
before you run out.
Yeah, and they do in Wales and what have you. That's because their alphabet is shorter than ours. They've only got something like 24 letters over there.
Right.
They go mental with the L. Now, what we do is we've got 26 letters, but we are now struggling.
We're not struggling at all.
We are.
We're not. Let me say stupid.
Boswallocks in shampoo. Now, there's a word where they've gone, well, we've invented something here. We've got something we're putting in shampoo.
Boswallocks?
Boswallocks.
Have you just made that up?
No, it's now they go, new with Boswallocks and ceramide R. Yeah, but that's a new word because they have to, they come up with a new word.
But it's a terrible word.
Why?
Boswallocks.
It's another word.
Is that real? You've made that up, have you?
I haven't. It's a real word.
Yeah.
Now, this is what I'm saying. So years ago, when they came up with all the sensible ingredients,
Go on.
sodium. That sounds. That sounds all right.
He likes sodium. He doesn't
happy
like
with that.
Boswallocks.
Because it sounds like something in it, like an ingredient.
Well, yeah, but that's because you're used to it.
Is this a load of Boswallocks? Are you winding me up,
No,
the two
it's
of you?
real.
It's real, and that's because 26 letters. We've wasted them. Years ago, we went mental with the, pneumonia, sticking a P on it, and there's loads of words where you go, "What's that letter doing in there?" Whereas now, they can't do that. They've gone, "Whoa, pull that back. Why is that letter there?" And now you've got stuff like abbreviations and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's not waste letters. Let's just control it a little bit. Cars are called things like, GTI or something, because they're going, well, I can't think of the word to call this. So they're giving them letters. Think of a word now. Think of a word that hasn't been made up.
What do you mean?
What?
Tell me a word that hasn't been made up.
All words have been made up.
No, one that hasn't. That could be used. Say if I invent something now to put in shampoo, what can I call it? Quick.
Cranberry.
No, it's too close to that. No, we can't get that past the advertising person.
Scrimpton.
Scrimpton.
Yeah.
It took Ricky 2 goes and you accepted his second one.
Well, I think we've sorted out the future. One of my first disappointments with football, I was 10 years old, okay, and one of the teachers was in charge of the football team, my junior school, and I went down to Tutty's, it was, a shop in Reading with my mum. So it's white socks, black shorts, white shirt. Got that. Knocked on his door. I said, I've got my kit. He went with the trials yesterday. We missed it. That was it for a year. Right? Next year, I wear the trials, got the trials, okay? He was going, everyone, I want to give it 100%, right? Really try hard. He's watching people play, right? I made sure that every time I ran by him, I was out of breath. Really trying. Every time I ran by him, he sort of looked at me, I think, yeah, right. Came to it, he said, the team is this, I'm left out, right? He went past me, and he went, you've clearly got asthma.
So you didn't make that team either?
Yeah, and I didn't, and I vowed that day, never try hard at anything.
Yeah, well, you've certainly kept that up.
Yeah.
Question from Kevin. He says, Carl, other than the famous boxing match that you've often talked about, I know that took up about 20 minutes of your time, have you ever been in any other kind of fight? I don't suppose a slanging match. I think they're talking, have you ever been in a physical fight?
Once that I can remember. It was over a woman. Well, a girl. I was at school.
Yeah.
And it was because, like, it's hassle, innit? Right? Relationships when you're younger.
How old were you?
About 7.
It was over a woman.
Go on then. Yeah, go on.
And there was this girl knocking about who, she was quite good looking, everybody liked. And my mate, he really liked her. And I didn't sort of ask her out on that, but she just sort of took a shine to me and stuff. Right? And didn't really go out with her properly. It's at that age where going out with someone is just like sort of going, all right, in the morning. Do you know what I mean? You just sort of nod your head.
Yeah.
And that. Anyway, there was some sort of school disco. And they were playing Spin the Bottle or something. Right? And I sort of wandered over to see what was going on. And I stood on this girl's dress and put a hole in it. And she started crying. I was like, oh, I can't be doing with this. Right? What's up with you? It's old, what's up with you? And everyone's going, Carl, what are you doing? That's meant to be your girlfriend and that. You should be sort of saying, oh, I'm sorry, and giving her a hug and all that, and saying it'll be all right, we'll sort the dress out. I said, I can't be dealing with this. Right? So she's crying her eyes out, so it's over, right?
Oh, it's over, you saying, all right. in the morning. Yeah.
No more of that.
Yeah, there's no more in the morning.
So I go to the toilet, right? And this lad who fancies her comes in and goes, "You're out of order," you know. I'm saying, "What are you on about?"
Sorry, there's two 7-year-olds. Yeah. You're out of order. Keep out.
Yeah. Cut it out. Show her a bit of bloody respect.
Sorry, were you wearing trilbies?
Yeah. He put his cigarette out in the sink and he just said, "Leave it."
Get out of my face.
So I just sort of said, "Look, why are you getting involved and all that?"
Yeah.
Two 7-year-olds.
Yeah.
Why are you getting involved?
And it was obviously like, because, you know, he fancied her and that. We had a bit of a fight in there.
Yeah.
I accidentally, you know, sort of chipped his tooth on a sink.
Wow, is it like a proper...
Sorry, this is like someone from Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Two 7-year-olds in a toilet.
So you put a hole in her dress. I don't know how that... What were you wearing, football boots? How did you make a hole in her dress?
I don't know, it was like that sort of material.
You were
like,
wearing winkle pickers.
like crepe, you know what I mean? It was like a crepe dress or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And that got a hole in it.
So you're having a... And when you say you're having a fight, I mean, are you wrestling with it? You got arm locks and
a little
head
bit of
locks?
wrestling and shoving about and that. And it was an accident. I didn't sort of go, "Right, I'm going to break your teeth or anything." It's just that I happened to push his head down and his tooth hit the sink.
Right.
And it chipped and what have you. After that, like, I sort of left there and stuff, and we had to go into assembly. And there was a copper in there doing some presentation saying, "Listen, kids, you know, don't get into trouble because we're out there and we'll get you." Right? So sort of trying to teach the kids young not to get into any trouble and stuff. So I'm sat in the assembly room thinking, "Oh, God, there's a copper here talking." And like, my mate's going to come in a minute, like, with a chipped tooth and everything. And
Questions are going to get asked.
that's what kind of happened. I mean, the coppers didn't get involved.
Yeah.
Did you turn your back on violence after that then?
Yeah.
well,
he said, "You'll never take me alive, copper."
So yeah, that was the sort of last fight.
Brilliant.
A friend of mine got a gift, or rather gave it as a gift. I don't know if you've been familiar with these. It's a charity organisation, and you go on their website or you phone them up, and you can give someone else the gift of, say, a goat. And it's a sort of goodwill thing, you know what I mean?
So you buy an African family a goat
that will help them for years.
And it's like you're saying, "Well, I would have bought you a present."
Yeah, but I've used that money wisely.
Yeah, so it's almost like they've given
Exactly.
the present. They've given the goat.
Yeah, it's a beautiful idea. But as soon as he told me about it, I thought to myself straight away, knowing Carl's views on charity and giving, I wondered what his views would be.
Well, are they happy with the present over there? Like the people who are getting it?
You're an idiot. What, you think an African family wakes up and there's a little goat with a ribbon tied round it, and they go, "Oh, look what Santa brought us."
Look, and that mince pie's gone and that glass of milk.
You're such an idiot.
No, but what I'm saying is, does that family want a goat?
Yes.
But why?
It's not they want a goat, it's they need a goat. Do you think... What do you think this organisation is?
Just arbitrarily giving goats to people.
They're going to say, "Oh, I wanted Nintendo." What are you thinking?
Well, what I'm saying is, right, let me put myself in their shoes. Well,
This'll be
they
a
haven't got
first.
any. But say I'm one of them, right, over there. Right, I'm sat there, it's Christmas Day, right? I open it up, open the present, little goat there, right? Now, if I was one of them, I'd be going, "Not another mouth to feed." At the end of the day, there isn't enough food to go round for themselves, never mind a goat. Don't they say, like, having a dog and that is quite expensive? Sometimes they say, you know, what with all the injections you've got to give it.
Well, I'm assuming it's all above board. The goat's had its injections. That's what some of the money goes towards. It's just a way of redirecting cash.
But the thing is, why do they want that goat? What's the main reason? What does a goat give you?
Milk.
Right. Now, wouldn't it be easy to just send them a bottle of milk? Without all the hassle and the headaches that come with it. That's all I'm saying. And the other thing is, think about the goat. That was happy over here. Suddenly, it's on barren land. No grass.
I'm gonna burst! What do you mean?
You didn't send a goat from here.
I'm saying, who's happy at the end of this, right? You've got a fella who hasn't got a present over here because the mate bought him a goat, right? So yeah, let's do this properly. So there's a tick. He's not happy, right? Then you've got the person who's opened it, who, like you said, wanted something else, right? It's a goat. They go, who's going to look after this, right? So tick, they're not happy, and then you've got the goat going, what am I doing here?
Rick, we've had an email here from a bloke. I think you're going to respect him, because I think you can tell straight away from his name that he's the kind of guy you'd want to hang out with.
Go on.
I know how much you love fun people.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, and he's calling himself this, Paul the Party Animal Parker. He's emailed in. He's given himself that moniker.
Right, I assume they're in sort of like quote marks,
They're
are they?
in speech marks, yeah. Paul
Brilliant.
the Party Animal Parker.
And he's calling himself that.
Yeah.
That I can't wait.
So when you picture him, what are you thinking?
Millhouse.
Right, okay.
I think he looks like Millhouse from The Simpsons.
Yeah. He's working in sort of an IT department, maybe?
Yeah,
for a large
possibly.
organisation?
Oh, I think he might still be at school.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And this is the vital question. Do you believe him to be a party animal?
I believe him to be a party animal is as much as a man with a long scarf that his mum knitted him to look like Doctor Who can be a party animal, yes.
Do you think that when people are organising parties at his school, they're thinking the first person they got to get on the list and make sure he's guaranteed as
You've
a
got
guest
to take Paul the
is
party
is
animal.
Paul Parker.
Because I bet he's got millions of affectations. I bet he wants to be known as the one that carries around a biscuit tin.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the scarf.
He's the guy who only ever wears bowling shoes. It's his thing. It's his thing. He's a little bit kooky, it's his thing. And it is fairly interesting what he sent in. He's found this on the web. A Serbian man who has invented a sex machine for women. And he's appealing to Western women to test his device. It runs on a 390-volt electric engine, simulates sex, and has a 7.5-inch artificial penis. As soon as I read this, I was thinking... It's just imagining there going, oh, thanks for coming in, yeah, okay. So what's going to happen is there's a penis that's going to pop out from here, and it's going to have sex with you. I'm going to stand behind the machine. I've got to stand behind here. There's a lot of dials and stuff. I don't want to bore you with.
Well, why do you have to stand behind it? Just
I can't. It's technical stuff, but I got to be behind the machine.
But there's no penis on the robot at the moment. It's just a hole.
No, don't worry. What'll happen is I'll switch the machine on. I'll go behind, and then a penis will appear.
Will it be like a metal-looking penis?
It will be a robotic penis, but it will seem like it's a regular fleshy human penis.
So you've made this sort of like robotic penis look really realistic.
It's really realistic. You will not be able to tell the difference between, say, the robot one and mine, for instance.
Okay, well, I don't want to see yours.
No, there's absolutely not.
Because I've not come around here to have sex with a person.
I know, you've come around to test the machine.
Yeah,
and that is exactly what you're going to get.
Okay,
like
well,
a piece of mechanical action.
Talking of eating knobs, Carol Thatcher, you know, a daughter of one of our leaders.
Sure.
Well, you saw it in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She popped a couple of bollocks in the mouth,
Oh.
chewed them up, swallowed them.
Oh.
Kangaroo penis there, dried. She couldn't even get... It was so tough, she couldn't even get through it. And then she... eventually she eats it.
What was it, like a pepperoni?
Yeah. And she... What do you think of that, Carl?
What, eating that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
I watch it. I like those little trial bits, right?
Yeah.
But what I don't think people realise is, right, it is hard eating a little kangaroo knob. Right?
Really? How do you know?
No, it's just, you know, you think about it and you go, oh, I couldn't do that, right? But what they never mention on the TV programme, which I think takes it to the next level, right, they're eating that at like 7:30 in the morning.
Sure. Right.
Which
for
is
breakfast.
worse, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If I was there and Ant and Dec said, right, Carl, eat the knob, I'd go, hang on a minute, give us a few hours, let me get some rice and that on my belly and just sort of fill me up a little bit more. I'll pop back at about 5:30 this evening,
Right.
have it ready. And I'd be happier then. It's just that thing of, you know,
You
you've been
don't
to-
eat animal genitals on an empty stomach.
So what are you saying? You could...
I'm saying, like, I could eat a knob at night, but...
Just cut that there. We'll loop that. If any DJs are listening, just take that quote, I could eat a knob at night, by Karl Pilkington. Maybe do a dance remix.
Yeah,
Just
I think maybe you're sort of a house producer and you could maybe get some kind of high energy beat going and then we could just send that out to some of the gay clubs. I'm sure it'd be really popular.
Please, anyone, send us, you know, that looped with a nice little, you know, funky house beat. Karl Pilkington saying, I could eat a knob at night.
But don't you see what I'm saying, though? The way the world... We've changed more than the world has. We can't handle anything now, can we? Look at it, like I say, a bit of snow, a bit of cold, everything comes to a standstill.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go out, it's dangerous, you'll slip over, people having time off work.
Yeah. What would you do, right? If you run a business, right, your business could go under, right? It snows a bit. You've got 10 employees, you're paying them well, and they go, can't come in today, Carl. Bit icy. I'll do it, okay? Right, they're snowed in, right? You're running the business. What are you running?
It's a let's not. I'm not going to big myself up. It's just it's a factory. It's U-bends. I make U-bends. U-bends for
toilet. So you run a okay. So plumbing. You pay them all right, don't you?
I'd say most of them are on above average.
So you're there. What time do you get in?
About 8:45.
8:45, waiting for them to come in at 9, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right, it's snowing. It's a bit snowy, you got there. It took you a bit while. You'd set off early, did you? Or?
Gave myself a bit more time because I had to put the heating on the car.
Okay, ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello, KP Plumbing.
Oh, is that Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Who's that?
It's Sheila. Listen.
Sheila, shouldn't you be here by now?
Yeah, no, I was going to set off.
Well, we'll set off now. Stop wasting time. We've got a big order on.
No, I know.
We're all on a bonus here if we get this done. I'll see you in 10 minutes, shall I?
I can't make it.
What?
I can't make it.
Why not?
The car won't start and it's slippy on the drive. I just can't get out.
Get the transport. I'll see you in. I'll give you 20 minutes, all right? Don't worry about it. Thanks for calling. I'll see you in a bit.
I'm also scared of the ice. I'm scared of the ice. I'm not gonna come in today. It's dangerous.
So what are you gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna wait until the ice and snow goes away, and then I'm gonna come in.
But they're predicting it's going to be about 2 weeks before they clear all this.
I can't really travel in this. It's a bit dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what. You stay at home. I'll replace you. Because I need someone to come in.
What, are you firing me because I can't get into work with this?
Well, I got into work, Sheila.
Yeah, I know, but you don't live with me, do you? If you did live with me, then you'd probably see how...
It was bad where I was as well.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Do you know how bad it is here? When you come round and have a look how bad it is here,
no,
you drive
I'm
my...
not coming
Tell you
round
what,
here.
you come round and drive my fucking car because I'm snowed in, you fucking calling me a cunt. And I'll tell you, if you fire me, I'll tell you to drive uni, you bald-headed wanker.
Right, you're fired anyway for that.
You're in fucking trouble then.
Right then, see ya. Right, and then she's done with. She's weak anyway.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
KP Plumbing.
Hiya, is that, Miss Pilkington?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Hi, it's Bob here.
Bob.
Yeah, bit of trouble. In my area, it's absolutely snowing. It's possible. No one's getting out. I live near Sheila.
Bob, listen, Sheila's just been on. She's saying she can't get in either.
She can't. I've just seen her out there trying to dig her car out, and she's about. She's really tried hard to get to work, but she can't do it because she's not very rich, and her car doesn't work. She hasn't got the right tyres, and there's no public transport. They've cancelled those. Wrong snow on this country. I'm not going to make it in today, son. So I'll see you tomorrow, right, boy?
Well, no, you're saying you'll see me tomorrow.
Yeah.
But you'll probably call up tomorrow with the same thing.
Well, only if it's snowing still.
Now, listen,
it might not
I can't run a business like this, Bob.
Yeah, it's not my fault, is it really?
So go round to Sheila's and like slag me off if you want. But I'll tell you what, you're not coming back here. Oh. Fuck off. One chance. Give them one chance.
Oh. Well, you didn't even give them one chance.
No, because they've done it before.
On TV.
Did it with his feet.
Go on.
Well, it's just why pick the most hardest job to do when you haven't got any hands? Crush grapes. Or... Do you know what I mean? That annoys me.
Oh, crush grapes! Imagine him being told that. They're two different people. This is what I'm telling you.
But this is the problem. They're going to crop up quite a lot just because they've got double a chance. All right.
Oh, please don't write in and complain.
So followed it round and see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
It was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging them bananas. What was it? A boy or it was a
woman? Little woman monkey.
Well,
the bit I haven't told you about is it's actually run by a couple of chimps.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! You're a maniac!
Right.
Oh, for Christ! Oh.
Let's just...
That's like coming a chip!
Let's just...
Of course it's not!
No, it is, because think about it, right?
not think about it? What do you mean, yes it is? Of course it's not run by a couple of chimps. What do they do, get a loan? What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse. It was a chimp. They weren't happy about it. Of course not. Because now the owner of the chimp wants to enter it into the Tour de France.
No! Oh God! I'm gonna die! Oh God!
In 2005.
Now, a couple of questions. I trust you'll be able to answer these.
Oh God! Steve, help me out. Right.
So, the monkey enjoyed it, and it was like, well, I want to do it again, right? But they were like...
So how did they know that? How did they know he wanted to...
Just the way it looked and what have you, it was like...
Fuck off! Just the way it looked!
So,
you are a maniac.
So the thing is, though, right... It's a bit weird. So I just got out of the car to look at a bright light, and I got back in the car and I grew a beard, and she said, never mind your beard, where have you been for 3 days? And what had happened is...
He passed out because he was pissed.
No. The UFO had taken him for 3 days. Different people.
Is this all the information? Is that the entire story?
It was 3 different people.
Did you fall
hassling
asleep
him
and not read the
about
end?
A fire that didn't happen, about a wife that didn't exist, and a cat that didn't look happy.
Oh, I'm gonna have a heart attack, Carl.
It's a popular thing.
You mean the kids that are born hairy?
No, there's kids who've been born hairy, right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, but listen, and they walk around on all fours, and they drink milk from a saucer.
Steve, this is
No,
too
remember.
easy.
Physics.
Yeah.
It was going on about the nuclear bomb and how powerful it is, and they put a manhole cover on top of one.
Okay.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl. Unexplained.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. The fact is what matters.
Yeah, but with that question, that's got a straightforward answer. What I'm telling you is the way that animals work. If it's a potato or a nut, it's a foodage.
And once again, I return you to my question as before. What's your point? What point were you making?
The lad with 2 heads got run over. That's it.
What? How is that cheeky freak of the week?
Just because it got my interest, and I kind of thought, why didn't he just look both ways?
I'm intrigued to know
Why wasn't he looking both ways?
I'm intrigued to know how you get run over. What was it, 1629?
Yeah. Well, it's horses and that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, why wasn't he looking both ways? Karl Pilkington, you are a genius.
Well, I'll tell you more than that, Rick. You're going to need some time off just to have a little breather, because I know how hard you work.
And you, mate.
Well, thanks, mate, but I mean, you blinking work hard.
But Carl's been on holiday again, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah, because, Carl, you don't do anything.
And you have weekends off. You take at least 5 or 6 weeks holiday a year, even though you haven't got a job now. You're meant to be doing this, and yet you still
So
go.
your whole life's a holiday, basically.
Yeah, why do you need a holiday? You potter around. Your big day last week was going to the cobblers. So why did you need a break so much this week?
It's just that, you know, it's good for your brain and that, isn't it? It opens it up a bit.
You are not evidence for that.
Where did you go?
Gran Canaria.
For a week?
Yeah.
Just sitting around?
Well, there isn't much else to do at Gran Canaria. I mean, I don't want to go slagging a place off because every time I seem to talk about somewhere, get into trouble for it. But it's just like a big rock. It's just volcanic, innit?
And you must have looked like a little barnacle on that. Have you been there before?
Been near it before to another rock, but it was just.
But what, you've had your fingers burned, why did you go back?
Because you think, well, they can't have loads of these islands that are the same, like just a big rock with hotels on. They can't get away with it. So you think,
they
well,
obviously
the next
are
one,
getting away with it. But why do you keep going to these places that are rocks? Why don't you investigate first? Ask your travel agent, is this a giant rock?
Because that's what you do, innit? You go and find out yourself. I mean, when Armstrong went to the moon, what was he expecting up there? That's a fact, that's a big rock, and he still went all that way.
I don't know what that point was.
No, so what I'm saying is, though, sometimes...
Tell us about the moon landing. As you started, what do you know about that? You know, because I mean, so far you've given us a lot of insight into the moon landing. So there was Armstrong.
There was Armstrong and that.
Yeah.
There was a fella called Buzz.
Yeah.
And another bloke.
Yeah. Poor bastard.
Yeah, never remembered it.
Yeah, go on.
And they went up there, got out. 2 of them did. One of them didn't bother. The one whose name, don't know who he was. Didn't even get out, stretch his legs, right? Went all that way. They had a potter about, had a wander, came back again.
Yeah.
So, that's all you need to know, isn't it?
Yeah.
And in your opinion, pointless?
To me, yeah. But to them, I'm sure they had a good time, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just take the risk, don't you? Go and visit a place, make up your own mind.
And so, what do you make of this place? You enjoy it, Gran Canaria? It was just a big rock, but did you...
I bet the moon was better.
Really?
What did you do?
It was just, it's one of them, it was a big hotel, which is, that's where I made a mistake. It was one of those, like, big, massive places where there's loads of people, and, you go for your dinner.
That describes a hotel.
Yeah.
No,
you've nailed that.
I've been to a few, that sounds like it.
No, but, do you know what I mean, though? There's the nice small ones where it's just enough people, but this is, like, mental. And it was all, it was full of old people, really.
Ugh.
I mean, that's probably why it's called Gran Canaria, right? Because there's just
Grannies
old people.
everywhere.
Yeah, right. But what I thought I'd start doing is start a diary.
Okay, why?
Just because I sort of had a bit of time on my hands and that. Just thought, write it down, write stuff down.
And do you hope that this one day will become one of the great literary documents like Samuel Pepys' diary?
I haven't heard of that. Is it any good?
You've never heard of Samuel Pepys' diary?
No,
the most famous diary other than probably Anne Frank's.
I've heard of Anne Frank's and that, and I thought if she's sat in a loft, knocking stuff up, not much going on in her life at that point, yet she was still writing it down.
Yeah, whereas
Thought,
you've
I'm
been
on
to Gran
holiday.
Canaria, yeah.
I thought, so there is stuff going on that I can chat about. Start a diary.
Sure.
You started a diary.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Did you keep it up every day?
Yeah, just,
Oh, can I read it, please?
Well, a diary is meant to be sort of...
Please, can I read some out on this podcast? Karl.
Some of it, though, is only relevant to me. It's sort of...
Oh, this is... Please, give me it. Oh, my God.
I mean, this isn't... I haven't just...
Look how big it is!
It's one of those desk diaries.
It's huge. It's about a foot long, and it's Oh, that is amazing. Imagine if Anne Frank's had been like that. She got out... Right. Everyone would have heard it clang down on the desk.
Yeah, but my writing's quite big, isn't it?
Oh, look, give us that.
Do you know about joined up writing? Have you heard about
There's
that?
no point.
Amazing.
Sometimes you can't read it, can you? So it's
Right,
best
okay.
to look at ancient times.
Oh my God! It starts on the first day. This is wonderful. Going on holiday to Gran Canaria today. Woke up to the news that Tony Banks had died. There was a piece on the news about how everyone was shocked. Got me thinking about an invention that was really good. Right, a watch that counted down your life. If it says you've got 3 days left, go to the doctors. Told Suzanne about invention. She said she wouldn't buy one. But she said that about the iPod.
How would this device work, this watch? I mean, how would you know when you were about to die? Is that a concern, again, not for you to worry about, presumably the boffins and the
No, all I was thinking is that Tony Banks fella, he died and everyone was shocked about it. But if you had like a little watch on...
But how does it work? You can't just say, wouldn't it be good? How would this work? Yeah, I imagine you in the patent office got an idea. They go, oh, certainly, Mr. Pilkington, what's your idea? Watch that counting down your life. Oh, how does that work?
Just wear it. Just pop it on your wrist.
No, what do you mean, just pop it on your wrist? How does it work, just pop it on your wrist? Brilliant. You're an idiot.
Well, it's interesting that he goes on. The flight to Gran Canaria was a bit bumpy. I thought about the clock that counts down your life again, and I wondered if it would know if you were going to die in a disaster. No, he's querying his own life.
He's wondering if he would know. He's invented this.
And now he's playing his job. A fella on the plane was reading Koi Mag. It was a fishing magazine. I glanced over and noticed he was reading the Pond of the Month article. Don't think they could make it into a weekly magazine. Well, to be fair to you, because I remember seeing a guy on the train once reading Carp Monthly, a magazine dedicated entirely to carp, and it had Carp of the Month. And I just thought, once you're like 3 months in, the editor must be stressing, have we got any more carp? Have we got a carp that's actually done anything?
I reckon if they used the same one twice, there wouldn't be many complaints.
No one would be noticing.
No, that's the carp they used 2 years ago.
There was a really fat bloke on the plane. He was playing on his PSP. While I waited to go to the toilet, I looked at what game he was playing. It was darts. He's that fat and lazy, he can't even face playing a more active game on a games console. Me and Suzanne got off the coach along with a couple of old people. One of them was in a wheelchair. I don't think it was wise of them to come to a volcanic island with a wheelchair. Everywhere's pretty rough paving and slopey. Guess I'll keep an eye on it as the weeks go on. Day 2 in Gran Canaria.
Brilliant, we're only at day 2.
The hotel's a bit odd. I've never seen as many cross-eyed people in one location.
Enough, innit?
That's amazing!
Well, you may let me read on a bit more.
No, this is amazing.
Well, come back.
This is a brilliant diary. This might be the best diary ever written. Oh.
While sat listening to the Kinks on my iPod, I wondered if everybody thinks in their accent. I know I do. What's this? What are you talking about?
Just that, when I've been sat there lying on the lounger, right, and I was thinking about stuff.
How do you know you think in your accent? Tell me a typical thought.
Because what I mean is, say if I was like, if I saw something, right, do you know how I say, like, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, but I don't have to. But when you think, I don't think the sentence is like I'm saying it. It's just a thought. The thought appears. It's conceptual and it's already there. It's not like I go, Rick, what? Just looking at that fellow over there, were you? Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was thinking it was a bit weird. So was I. I don't think out whole sentences.
Whereas you have Carl, stop listening to the Kinks for a minute. Look over there. More cross-eyed people.
No, well that's
Is that how your mind works?
In a way, yeah. And
brilliant.
That's when because I
That
thought
explains a lot.
It's great that he has to think that whole sentences.
because I thought that's weird, isn't it? Like I didn't think that's weird, isn't it? And I thought I actually think in my accent. And then I thought, does Stephen Hawking, does he, when he's doing his maths and that, is he? I don't know where he's from, so I don't know what his accent would be like.
I think he's from Kent or Cambridge or Oxford.
Right.
Or
so
you think he might think in his
voice, in that voice,
computerised voice?
Just wondered.
Had lunch inside today due to shite weather. Sat next to an old fella. Old men's ears and noses carry on growing as they get older. Suzanne noticed his fingers were fat too. Maybe they continue to grow. Suzanne didn't laugh when I said her arse had the same problem. Day 3, cloudy start to the day. Had pie and chips in a cafe. Had a bit of an argument with Suzanne because I thought it was daft that we were paying for food when we were on an all-inclusive holiday. Changed my mind when I saw they sold pie, though. The cafe was called Tattoos. The fellow who owned it didn't have any tattoos. But we never saw his wife.
Oh, brilliant.
Had a drink in a bar. Everyone sat and watched one of the local cats lick its bollocks.
It's the greatest holiday in the world. That's the entertainment in that town.
Went back to the hotel and had a sleep before tea. I love the fact you're moaning about old people, but you're just as bad.
You've done nothing so far.
He's done nothing, he's got a big hip.
Oh, God.
Woke up to news about ducks being badly treated. There was a really ugly one with bent legs.
I'm gonna die. Why does he write this down? Oh, God. Oh.
There is a fat bloke from Bolton who is in the pool as I write this. He's got a big tattoo on his back, but I can't work out what it is. ... He just got out of the pool and burped.
You just felt like you had to keep us abreast of that.
Everything's in the diary. I just seen it get to the point where you're going, breathed in,
Yeah.
breathed out again.
There was a big fat fella in the sea who kept his t-shirt on. If you're big and fat, is there more chance of you getting burnt because there's more of you on show? I asked Suzanne, and she said she didn't know in that sort of not listening kind of way. I wanted to hang about to see if the fat bloke was going to get in the kayak, but Suzanne said we had to head back. Just let him wait in to see if he's going to capsize. We go home today, so we got up early to get the last bit of cloud.
No, it's just that it wasn't. It's not that sunny all the time. I mean, I was sat in weather that if it was like that here, there's no way I'd be sat in the garden. But because you're on holiday, it's like, well, we've got to sit in it. Put your coat on.
So are you going to continue to write this diary? Every single day?
It's amazing. Keep this diary up. It's amazing.
No, I will keep it up, because what I find as well is, I think earlier on, before I went away, I think I did learn something, and because I wrote it down, I remembered it a bit better. So...
What was that?
I just was thinking then, I forgot it now, but but I remembered looking back at it and not having to read it all, because I remembered the end of it before I read it, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, if you've enjoyed the diary of Karl Pilkington, more next week, I hope. Another week's worth. That's amazing. I'm going to try and get that published. We'll put the odd page up on the web. Go to rickygervais.com. Don't forget to register there as well, so we can email you and let you know what's happening. Brilliant.
Well, she was just 17, well, you know what I mean. The way she looked was way beyond compare. I wouldn't dance with another. I'll stop you there. Go on. I'll stop you there. What's the matter?
So, and that's playing, Dave. Yeah. Wow.
Idiot! Bloody idiot!
Oh, Uncle Ricky, do the little dance. Oh, go on then.
1, 2, 3, 4! I'll never dance with another. Since I saw her stand.
The long and winding.
Shut up!
Okay.
Yeah. I sort of fused Flashdance with MC Hammer shit.
I think I follow science more than you do. You watch all your Soprano box sets and all that lot. I'm watching science. I'm reading
but you
science.
don't get anything from it.
I do it for a minute.
Well, what
it
have you learned most
entertains me.
recently?
But you don't learn anything. It goes in and there's a go out, and then you extrapolate in your own little world.
A bit of knowledge is better than none. You don't know. I have.
What? What's the most recent piece of scientific information you've discovered?
There was some scientist on the radio saying that I might not be bald, I've just got very fine hair.
Was he referring specifically to
No,
you?
he just was saying any bald men listening. New science shows this. Oh, all right, that's good. Bit of science. I heard there's a load of birds in America that just died. No one knows. That's a bit mysterious. There's no answer to that one. There's
Well,
just
there is.
like 500
There is an
birds.
answer to it.
What's that then?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, but that's
To say that we don't...
But that's the best bit of science, I think. The bit when you go, oh, what was that? When you go, they flew into a big window, you go, oh, boring. I like that bit of it. I like the bit of, can we make this kid with no legs walk? Don't know. Give it a go. Yeah, we have. Oh, a bit boring. It's the bit,
So
it's the
you'd rather
working
that
on
kid
it.
didn't walk?
I like the bit when he's dragging himself about and you're going, will we do it? Will we ever make this boy walk?
That's not science!
I'd love to see that show coming soon to the Science Channel. Will we ever make this boy walk? Yeah.
So he's got some new mechanical legs that he puts by the side of the bed. You
How
just
would
nick them.
Okay,
You'd
right.
rather see him
There's a
crawl
little
in a
kid,
egg.
has he got legs? Or has he got legs that don't work? Right? They just
No,
don't
they're
work.
just not there.
They're just not there. He's got no legs at all. Was he born without legs? Right. So he's born without legs. Oh, this little baby's got no legs. Carl, will we ever make this boy walk?
Well, we can try.
Okay.
That's the good bit.
Down, 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 down. What are you doing first? Down, down, down.
Let's make some legs.
Ah, what?
Wood.
Wooden legs. 2011. Give him wooden legs. What wood are you using?
Something that's not too heavy. Only a bit of MDF.
Right, okay. Right. What do you do? How do you make the legs?
Just sort of say, right, how tall do you want to be? I want to be about 5 foot. Right, okay, we need a 2.5 foot leg.
Right.
Make them.
You're still going with wooden legs. Can I just convince you to look at some other materials?
No, we haven't got time.
We've got wooden
He's
legs.
got no legs and he's moaning. What do you mean you don't want wood? You haven't got anything down there. Selfish. He's brought out the real him.
Okay, right, okay. Mr. Pilkington, thank you for saying you'll have got wooden legs, but I'm just worried about, like, well, rotting and woodworm and...
Preservatives.
Sorry?
It's fine. Just preserve them twice a year.
Right,
It'll be fine.
right.
How rotting legs?
Well,
You haven't got any at the moment, so which is better, little Billy? What do you want, rotting legs or no legs?
Well,
Because there's other kids out there sort of rubbishing about on their arse who'd love these little wooden legs. What do you want? And that's how it should
Wooden
be.
legs.
Right then.
okay.
This is not science, this is Pinocchio.
Right, come on.
It's more attitude, it's more
keep it
mood.
real.
Yeah, exactly.
People
Yeah.
hung up on the script.
Hi, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Warwick Davis on the set of our... That's fine. But I'm just doing something. That's fine. Oh, sorry. On the set of our sitcom Life's Too Short.
Just a little bit.
It's fine, it's just for a press
It's really
launch.
important, okay?
Coming soon to BBC Two. It's sort of like a cross between The Office and Extras, really. It's a fake documentary and a backdrop to sort of media and... Anyway, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, coming soon.
2 skim milk lattes.
Thank you.
Stephen.
Cheers, man. Yeah.
And there was also a fella in the week who said that women shouldn't be wearing trousers
Why?
because they don't look good in them.
Right, and who was this man and from what era did he-
French fella. Last week.
Did he mean walk round naked?
He just said women should wear skirts rather than trousers because no woman looks good in a pair of pants.
Right. How old was he?
He was probably about 67.
Uh-huh.
About that, 67, 68.
Yeah, yeah.
Wasn't happy with that. What do you think? What do you think about that?
It's rubbish.
Yeah.
These are the only things that have caught your eye over the last couple of weeks. This is the entire news.
Galileo did something with light. A French fella said women shouldn't wear trousers. See, that to me wouldn't pass as education.
It's not education.
I don't know where you could ever use that. I don't know when that would ever be applicable to life.
I just like reading stuff that sort of reminds me of... Do you know what I mean? If I read it and it gets me thinking, I think that's a good little piece.
But I mean, but surely can't you just sort of like sit near something that vibrates to keep your brain going, or shake your head every now and again? I mean, what does this do? You mean it makes you start using your brain?
But what aspect of a Frenchman said women shouldn't wear trousers got your mind working? What questions were you
Because I
asking?
thought that's a bit daft, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
it
was
ends there
thinking-
with me. There's nothing else. There's nowhere else for me to go on that.
He closes
Your mind's
the gate.
still worrying.
Yeah, go on. What did you think? Let's go through this. Oh, I wish we could download his
I know,
thoughts.
I know.
Just watch it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great, like a DVD? And
Like a cartoon.
imagine that extra footage on the Office DVD.
Yeah, Carl's brain.
That would be
With a commentary.
amazing. Oh, with
What I
a
mean is-
commentary. Go on.
Women wearing trousers and that, right? On the estate that I grew up in,
Yeah.
on right? There was a woman about 4 houses down, right? Rough. She's the one
She was,
who...
or the estate.
She was, right?
Yeah.
She's the one whose kid took a horse into her house.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Now, we won't go over that again.
No.
If you're a new listener, I think we covered... I think they get
That's
the
all you
idea
need to
done,
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, she used to wear leggings.
Yeah.
Now they're a bad idea.
They are a terrible idea. I agree with you there, Carl. If you're a lady of
What
the
colour?
normo persuasion...
Were they pink?
No, they were sort of black, but with all bits on them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
What, toast and
Just
horse
bits.
droppings. Yeah, go on, yeah.
And she used to, she's quite a big woman.
Sure.
Pauline Quirk, I think
Yeah,
we
well,
described her as.
Look like a light bulb when
It
she was
is those
bending
kind of
over in
women that are
leggings.
attracted to leggings.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They are drawn to them like a moth. to a flame.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
used to wear them, and that's what I remember when I read this piece. And she used to work on one of those sex line things.
Right.
Right, she used to do that. But
what was she, an engineer?
the weird thing with her was, she had big eyelids.
Right.
Go on.
That were too big, and this is what I was thinking.
What,
right?
what do you mean she had big eyelids? How big do eyelids have to be for you to go, they're big eyelids? What was she shoplifting with them? Would she come out of Dixon's with, like, radio stored in them? What do you mean she had
No,
big eyelids?
It was another one of them popular things around our way. Do you know? Like,
What do you mean popular things? They didn't
people
go,
had
they go, oh, I'll tell you what, they're all the rage. Can I get some big eyelids, please?
No. It was just like one of them things that people suffered with. Just big eyelids. They could hardly open their eyes.
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's one of the popular things round where I grew up. People had big eyelids, they could hardly open their eyes. What does that mean? What sort of freak town were you born in? You had webbed feet people with big heads, you got women with big eyelids. What does big eyelids mean?
Are you confusing her with the horse?
yeah. Did she have hooves? Look, what?
Just too much skin. It was like the neck of a chicken, but on the eyes.
What's your point? Anyway, so there's this big eyelidded woman with the leggings.
And that's what I'm saying to you, though. That's when I read that story with people with trousers.
Yeah.
I went from that.
Yeah.
To
into
a
that.
woman who used to have big eyelids. I still know the point.
But then, and also the other bloke who had the eyelid problem was a mate of mine.
Right.
His dad had it, and same problem, massive eyelids.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I used to say to my mum, "Oh, I'm going round to Dave's house."
Yeah.
And
Or
she'd say,
Droopy, as you call him.
"That's all right, but make sure his dad doesn't take you out in the car because he could hardly see. He had to have his head."
He had to tilt his head back to keep his eyelids open.
Make sure! Did he have a couple of matches with him at all times?
What a load of gobbledygook. This began as educating Ricky.
I know,
So
it's
what,
like
he was
people
thinking,
with eyelids.
But it's like you're supposed to make that leap as well.
Yeah.
If I mention the trousers, Ricky will probably be thinking about people with big eyelids and women wearing leggings.
Play a record, Carl.
Got nonsense.
Adverts.
No. Oh, all right.
And apparently I'm going to meet one of his disciples, a fella called Davram. Oh yeah. Are you Davram?
America.
Davram?
America.
What? Are you Davram?
Yes, I am.
What do you mean, American?
Oh, I thought you said, where did I come from? Yes, my name is Dave Ram.
Davram. Okay,
Yeah.
brilliant.
Excuse me. I'm here to pick up a dwarf.
Oh, yeah. Drunk and disorderly and riding a children's tricycle down a dual carriageway.
Right. They can press charges.
No, if you're happy to take him into your custody.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Yes, sir.
That's what I mean. As soon as they even think they're in a film, they're going to get wasted.
My name is Maximus Minimus, and I will have my end away with your wife or the next.
We had to confiscate his sword.
I've got my own sword, my bog sword. Ha! Whoa!
He's thrown up over his own penis. You're not getting in my car smelling like that.
No need to. I've got my bike.
No, Pete, you can't go on the bike. Not again. No, whoa! Stop! Pete, stop! Oh. Don't go on the dual carriageway. Take the back roads. Just, what is he? Oh. How long's that going to take him to get home? Oh, no, he's off. Look, he's just flailing like a dung beetle. Oh, it's pathetic.
If you knew with certainty that today was the end of the world, how would you spend that final day? So, for instance, I've always wanted to smash up a bar. Do you know what I mean? It's strange, but I've always wanted the exhilaration of just smashing all those bottles, like you see in a film.
But would you enjoy it as much knowing that you're going to die in 8 hours?
I don't know, I suppose it's the sense of abandon, you know? I mean, maybe I'd murder a person. You know,
Wow.
just see, you know, I don't know, but I think I'd probably go mental.
Because that's
I've always been a very reserved person, you know, I've never got into a fight, never caused a rumpus.
Yeah, but that's a worrying thought because we don't have to have the end of the world for it to be the end of your world, because a lot of people know that they're terminally ill, so they don't go around smashing up bars and killing people.
But I suppose I know there'll be no repercussions ultimately, because
They're gonna
the
die
next day
anyway.
everyone's gone, so
Yeah,
there's not going to be mourning families.
But then how dare you deprive that person of his last 8 hours or 10 hours of life?
I don't care, because it's the last day on Earth.
What would you do?
I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse. A dog has got human eyes. If a jellyfish had a pair of eyes like ours, I probably wouldn't worry about him that much. But like I said to you, it's that way that they haven't got eyes, they're floating about. I can handle some fish. They look like, because they've got eyes, you can make eye-to-eye contact with them. A jellyfish, what are you looking at? It's a snidey thing, like I've said to you. You can see a lot in eyes. Do you know what I mean? They say, don't trust him. Why? It's his eyes. Jellyfish haven't even got any, and I don't trust them. In terms of design and everything, and if you lined everything up, say if I'd come from another planet and everything was lined up in a row, and they said, right, we're going to give you a crash course in what's knocking about on this planet.
Yeah.
And you go, right, go on then. And you go, this is man, here's a woman, here's a dog, here's a cat, here's an octopus, I go, hang on a minute, what is this? So I said, right, I'm seeing Clive Warren.
Who the fuck's Clive Warren?
Who's Clive Warren?
The one who was in Closer.
Clive Owen.
Clive Owen.
Right, all right.
Did they look at you like you're a fucking idiot?
So they all started trying to figure out, who's this Clive Warren we've not heard about? He must be amazing. He's on
Clive Warren, get me Clive Warren on the phone. Get me Clive Warren.
And I said, Rebecca De Mornay, right?
What? Oh, where did that come
She
from?
hasn't been in a film for 15 years, has she?
Clive Warren and Rebecca De Mornay. They thought he was a genius. They've never thought of putting Clive Warren with Rebecca De Mornay.
But hang on a minute, you could have any film star. This is your fantasy casting, and you choose a bloke that doesn't exist and a woman who hasn't been on TV or in a film for 10 years.
Oh, God.
He said, what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe, right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said,
He's a witch. Did he say to put a toad under the bed?
no, he just said, focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down,
Visualising
shut
it.
your eyes and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there, and it just wasn't working because
Oh, Carl, this isn't medicine.
I was...
You were
my
thinking of
eyes-
a finger?
Well, no,
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next day,
doesn't
someone
work.
called up and said, Carl, my toe's better.
no, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh, God! Just when I think he could never come up with so much stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag!
Right. Jake has emailed in. He says, Carl, if you could spend a day with an exact replica of you, okay, so somehow they've cloned you, Carl, and you've got him for one day, what would you do with this? What would you make him do? What conversation would you have with him? What would you do? Is there anything you could, how would you utilise him for one day?
Well, they'd both say, I'm not bothered, and that'd be the end of conversation.
What would do me head in is, does it think the same way, look the same way,
Exactly the
dresses?
same.
Yeah.
How would I know which one I was?
Because you'd be you.
That's amazing.
No, no, no.
How would I know which
That's
one I was?
incredible.
No, because-
that is the most stupid thing ever said by a human being. Can we get the Guinness Book of Records on this? Has anyone anywhere in the world said anything more stupid than how would I know which one was me?
But think about it, this other person's going, all right, thanks for meeting up and that. And I go, hang on a minute. No, you came to me. And then Suzanne would come home and she wouldn't know the difference. And then suddenly you'd start doubting yourself. And you go, should I be leaving? Or, so how do I know if I am that real one, if he knows what I know?
But you know who you are because you're experiencing
But he'd
it.
be saying that because he'd say, yeah, it is a bit weird.
But
isn't it,
you
how
know
we
the
meet,
truth, you idiot.
Because
How
you
would I
wouldn't-
know which one I was?
We're here with Stephen Merchant, Ricky Gervais and Karl Pilkington to talk about the Ricky Gervais Show, a new animated series spun out of their award-winning, record-breaking podcasts.
If you could have a superpower, what would your superpower be? Telepathy, X-ray vision?
Flight, invisibility.
But why have I been picked?
Wouldn't it be a fascinating experience to go into space?
He's thinking, I'd like to meet some aliens.
Well, yeah, that'd be brilliant.
What would be brilliant?
Seeing a little alien and that, having a chat with him, finding out what's been going on.
Here it is in cartoon form. Why is that?
First of all, I don't like the order that he introduced.
My name first?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's about time my name came first.
Really?
Well, I never remember, when did it get decided that it was Gervais Merchant as a part?
Early on, and I told you, luckily, it worked. I said, oh, it's just alphabetical order. And you
I swallowed that.
Carl
What was your
Pilkington.
second question?
Second question is, Carl, look like you're enthusiastic. This is
I
The
am.
Guardian.
I
This is
am.
where it all started for us. We did the record podcast with The Guardian. It went on to become the biggest download. 205 million downloads so far. And now it's being made into animation with HBO, probably the greatest channel in the world, and Channel 4.
Also a channel.
Yeah.
So, Carl, a little bit of decorum. Yeah? Excited to be here?
Yeah, it's just we're doing a full day of this and it just gets a little bit wearing.
Well, hang on, but this is...
Well, you don't say that, because they want
No,
to
but
think
it's
that
better to tell them why.
This is an exclusive.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's everywhere. People get sick of hearing about it. That's what happens, isn't it?
Mm.
I mean, you crop up everywhere every time something comes out. It's like, oh, what's he flogging now? That's the problem.
And that's
People
a
are just
friend.
going,
That's
I know,
a friend.
But that's how it comes across, isn't it? It's like, here we go again, flogging something.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, our bit of work's been done here.
Right.
I don't know why we have to sit and explain to people.
So you just like people to just buy our products, no questions asked, just buy it, give us the money.
If you want, but what I'm saying is the people who have made the DVD, when do they get involved? When do they get off their arse and do something for us? Instead of us sat here having to flog it. It comes across cheap. I hate it.
But they don't. But the people looking at this don't want to see the fellow who does the accounts for HBO, do they?
But this is a nice symbiotic relationship with The Guardian. The Guardian said, yeah, we're...
Guardian, these are nice people.
Don't you want people to see this? Aren't you proud of it?
It's not the best thing I've ever done.
What's the best thing you've ever done? Your fucking paper round.
No,
Because that's the only two things you've done so far in life. You had a paper round, then you had this, then you met us.
I just feel like...
Is there a DVD of the paper round coming out soon?
Yeah, I'd like to see that. He reckons that's the best job he's ever had. He said I was my own boss. No, you weren't.
No, but it's the best job that I did as well. I felt confident in it. If people said, what do you do? And I do a paper round, I reckon all my customers would have been like, it's bloody good as well. Always the right paper, didn't rip it in a letterbox.
Yeah.
I was good at it. This shouldn't have happened. This is all an accident. You
Right.
said, oh, HBO are animating it. I said, great, how much? And you go, oh, well, don't worry about that. You know, I still don't know to this day what I'm meant to be getting out of it. The drawing, you sort of, all I heard you say to him is make his head rounder. I've had no input into it at all. It's just...
What do you think of the roundness of the head? What's your opinion of Karl?
Same shape as yours.
Yeah, it's a perfectly admirable head. I'd be proud to have that head, and apparently I do.
And
so.
have you seen the animation?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I thought you looked a bit like Fred Flintstone.
Well, yeah, a bit Fred, bit Barney. But that's what we said. We wanted it sort of Hanna-Barbera, that sort of, you know, cuddly retro look. Because the things he says on the podcast, if you add to that a nasty, scary cartoon, it's going to be over the top.
What would be a nasty, scary cartoon? Like if you were all naked or something?
Oh no,
doing
just
it?
like spiky
Right.
and trendy, and I think it had to be nice and cuddly because he's a little funny little cuddly creature, isn't he? You know, it's just like a lovely little round-headed. He's got a heart of gold, really.
The Sun love it. They say it's good. The Mirror says it's genius.
Seth MacFarlane, creator of the Family Guy, said it's the best animation he's ever seen.
I don't like comments like that. Builds it up too much. It's just, it's me saying stuff that I think I would have made more of an effort if I'd have known that it was going to end up on the telly. It's like when I was talking about stuff to these two, I'd be saying about the problems my Auntie Nora's having, stuff like that, thinking, well, she hasn't got the internet, she's never going to hear this. Then suddenly, it's on the telly, you know, and she doesn't go out much, so she watches a lot of the telly, and then she's going to be flicking about one night going, oh, that sounds like Karl, oh, wow, this is good, what's Karl saying here? Just turn it up a minute, turn it up. And I'm talking about her having a wind problem. And it's a little bit
What
like,
happened with her wind problem?
well, she's still kind of got it. She's on a lot of tablets and stuff, and it's just sort of playing havoc with her insides.
But has Auntie Nora seen it? Have you heard back from her?
No, a relation told her that she's been talked about. Right. She doesn't know what about.
So are you censoring yourself now that you're more of a media figure?
For telly stuff, yeah, because it's proper, isn't it? As soon as something gets on the telly, it takes it up a level.
Guardian online.
Well, it's still internet. It's still... I like that. I like the way it's just people... The only people who'll be watching this are people who want to watch it. You don't get any whingers. There's no one going on there. Are you closing off the comments on these things? Because that's annoying.
We'll open those up.
I'd close them, because it's just people getting involved. If you don't like it, don't watch it. I don't understand that. I don't understand this whingingness. There's loads of things I don't like in life, but I don't stand around saying, don't buy them, you know.
Well, you do. I'll buy the DVD for one.
No, but I'm just talking about stuff that I'm not a big fan of, you know.
Which is everything, really, isn't it?
But, you know, you're excited by the fact someone puts it on, they watch episode 1, they're like, bam.
We've got the second series, that's being made now, that's going on HBO, Channel 4. It's being sold around the rest of the world.
Have you been convinced that this is a good product to buy yet or not?
It's if you're into buying... You see, I don't buy DVDs, I'm not of that market. I sort of wait until it's on the telly, and this has already been on the telly. So if you really liked it and you want to remember it, buy the DVDs. That.
And there's loads of extras on there, like little things, unseen footage, and all that sort of stuff. It's 13 episodes, Karl, for the money. You know, it's a lovely little collector's item. Good for all the family if they're over 15.
Yeah.
And a bit mental.
Stephen, any thoughts on this new...
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know. But I'm certainly looking forward to my free copy. I shall...
it's not free copies, but you do get 30% discount.
Great, that's even better. So, it says it's genius, the Daily Mirror. Yeah. The Sun says it's very funny.
Don't say the Sun, the Daily Mirror, the Guardian. The Guardian could have given us a quote.
Well, they probably didn't like it, did they?
I don't know. They're probably going, oh, we started that.
Yeah, we should get a cut of that, shouldn't we?
Oh, here we go, another hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone else.
Jesus
join
Christ.
the club.
You've got 2 houses out the podcast, Karl. Stop fucking whinging. I mean, I'd say steal this from shops if you want.
That seems a bit crazy.
Well, no, we get paid.
Will we?
Yeah. Don't steal. Shouldn't say that, should we? Don't steal, don't do drugs, and floss.
Wouldn't it have been better if we all stuck where we should be?
Don't you not believe in that idea of travel broadens the mind?
Well, since the invention of the telly, you don't have to go that far to see
You're
it.
absolutely right.
Have you ever wondered how artists create such an epic sense of scale in their work? Hello there. In this video we're going to explore how artists create a sense of scale, how we can use those principles, and share some common pitfalls at the end of the video. Let's get started. The very first principle is contrast of size. When starting out your piece, there are some really fundamental and abstract elements that trick our brain into seeing scale. If we have a plain old cube with no relation to anything, we don't have a very strong idea of how big it is. But most of us might say that's, it's in human scale, maybe a bit smaller, maybe 0.5 meter to 1.5 meters. But if we put a smaller object next to our cube, then suddenly we start feeling a sense of scale. Not exactly in measurable units, but we do feel that the original cube is larger somehow. This technique of contrast or comparison is super common in art. Simply contrasting something smaller with something larger helps us see how big it is. Like in this piece from Ethan where we see Drake contrasted against the massive head-like ruins. Or in this shot from Quentin with the tiny boat contrasting the massive ruins in the background. How small these objects are in frame really underline the scale of the ruins. feel the scale. The third principle is composition. In this piece by Raymond, we see a massive creature walking through the jungle. For us, the creature is in full view and we can see it all. And it helps us understand the creature's exact scale to the world, and we can tell that it's massive. This type of composition makes the scale of the creature very clear, and it gives us the ability to relate the subject matter to its surroundings easily. But we can also obscure the subject and leave out selected parts to let the observer's mind run wild, creating a deliberate crop of our image. Because when we can't see the full scale of an object, the viewer can imagine it much larger than it really is, implying a sort of vastness, which we can see in effect on this massive rusty ship hull in the background. And there's a secondary effect. We might feel that the subject is so big that it can't even fit into the frame. I think I will apply something similar to my piece, so I will extend my subject up and create sort of the crop to imply vastness. The fifth principle is a tricky one. I call it relative scale. In this piece by Paul, we see a flying carrier ship, and we also see tiny people in yellow jackets. Looking around the ship, we see objects that are made to fit human scale, like the railing on the ship sides. The human eye is quite sensitive to scale, so when objects that we expect to have a certain height, but doesn't, we lose our sense of scale. So everything in this scene, like window heights, cockpit sizes and doorways, will have to be within a relative scale. Windows can be many different sizes, however the details around the windows can be tricky. If you imagine a window set in a building with a cross, if you simply took the same window and scaled it up, that wouldn't feel quite right, because we would assume that the frames around the windows would be the same to line up architecturally. So instead we want to do something like this. Staying consistent can sometimes really make or break the scale of your image. Well, I better scale in those windows a bit. Ah, much better. The sixth principle is great fun. Repetition. Repetition is one of those principles that are just fun and easy to implement, and they always help show the scale very well. Take this illustration made by Martin here. The massive column-like structures don't quite look like anything we have here on Earth, and most certainly this scale is beyond human capabilities as of now. But by repeating the massive structures between the clouds, we can so easily tell that we're dealing with massive constructions. This example is also great as it really underlines how massive these trees really are. Using repetition here is quite neat because we do have trees that look similar to these, so we could confuse the scale at first glance, but seeing them repeated like this shows us how they're towering over the grasslands. You can also have supporting elements repeated around the subject to show scale. I in particular like this illustration from Connor and how it shows depth and scale through the train track bridges. The repeated arches really help sell the perspective for the scene. Well, I might as well duplicate a few structures around and sell the scale of my piece. The eighth principle will really sell the depth and realness of your picture. We're gonna look at atmospheric perspective. In this towering piece, we can see the structures fading into the background. Having your structures be so big that you have a noticeable change in atmosphere must mean that we are dealing with a scene of epic proportions. Additionally, atmospheric particles, and especially dust, are a little bit heavier than air, so they tend to settle closer to the ground, which is something we can see quite well in this piece by G. We can see it has this thick rolling atmosphere separating the different layers of the castle, resting down there at the bottom, leaving the top almost clear from atmospheric perspective. You will also sometimes see the same effect in between mountains. If we want to take it a step further, we should make a use of clouds. Having massive structures or cliffs reaching so high up that clouds intersect really helps sell the colossal heights of our subject, shown beautifully here by Min. And even though it is a more loosely painted illustration, where we wouldn't really be able to tell how big the cliffs are by themselves, the clouds really sell that these cliffs are reaching the heavens. I for sure want to see that in action. I'm gonna add some atmospheric perspective here, bleed out the top a bit, and add some epic clouds. Any flock of animals or objects of known scale can be used, like in this underwater scene from Roman, where small schools of fish surround this mysterious closer. Nice. The final and 10th principle is special effects, or effects for short. When we look at the water falling in this image by Jessica, the size and breakup of the water helps us see the scale. If the scene was much smaller, the liquid would feel thicker and more sticky because of the way surface tension works. But when we go larger, it has a different feel. So this principle is really about how effects react at different scales, a bit similar to relative scale but for effects. Here we see a landscape of ruins by Ricky, and on those ruins we see thick overgrowth. But we also see there is a cutoff point of the overgrowth, where you may be getting too high up for the plants to reach, either because of the weight or the natural limitations of how high up in the atmosphere plants can grow. So you could use the growth lines to show the tallness of your scene. Also, if you're capturing a sense of movement in your image, like this one by Jun Ling, these titans might be dragging massive plumes of dust and smoke with them. And note that the look of smoke also varies as it gets bigger and smaller. I definitely think I will add some overgrowth to my scene and make it cut off at a certain point. And finally, let's look at some of the common pitfalls when working with scale. Generally, larger scenes have a pretty consistent and large depth of field, which means that the image is pretty much sharp all over. When photographing smaller objects, the reverse is true, and you have a shallow depth of field. So we associate small scenes with a lot of depth of field, unless you have a very high focal length. So it's not always the case, but something to look out for. Also be careful with creating objects that are too similar at different scales, because it can confuse our sense of scale, so keep it clear. And avoid leading lines. You could by accident create something that appears bigger than it is, just from the surrounding area. And that's pretty much it, and here we have the final image. With that done, I hope you found this video insightful. If you want to learn more about making concept art, you can check out some of our other tutorials on the channel, or check out our extended courses on Gumroad. Links to all of it can be found in the description below, and if you like this video, leave a like. If you want to see more from us, subscribe. That's it, and thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Ricky Gervais. With me, Stephen Merchant. Hello. Creators, writers, directors, star of The Office. If you're a fan of that show... Who isn't? Yeah, then you've got a treat coming up because it's the entire first series...
Well, if they're a fan, Rick, then they will have already bought the DVD and already seen the show.
Oh, no. Wait, let me finish. It's the entire first series, but with extra bits. We've got interviews of people, it's a retrospective, people talking about it, A-listers, chatting about why they think The Office is genius. Not my words, I do think it's brilliant. Yeah. Do you know my favourite thing in The Office?
Go on. You? Thought as much,
Yeah.
When I first saw The Office, I was struck by how original it was on a bunch of different levels. And I think upon first viewing, I thought, that's really great. And then upon my 38th viewing, realized how genius it was.
My first impression of The Office was that it was a masterpiece. And unfortunately, as time passed by, nothing interfered with that glow.
It was so fresh and new in terms of the style, and for me, it reminded me of a style of humor that I think in Spinal Tap, Chris Guest and those guys created. I saw that show and I was like, this is incredible.
When I first saw The Office, I thought, finally, there's something funny being done in the world.
I think the thing that I was most struck by is how original a character David Brent was.
Timothy! Hello. All right, have a quick word. Sure. Old office. Walk this way. Always start with a joke.
I've never seen a character in a movie or in television who is that obsessed with what people think of him. And I think a lot of the comedy comes from that. He's got way too much self-awareness, but way too little real self-awareness.
His self-image is, I'm the boss, but because I'm really funny, and I'm a really funny bloke, I'm also immensely popular. I can have a joke and a laugh with the people who, I'm supposed to have authority over, and they love me for it, and all that obviously is always wrong.
What's up? Hey, what's up? I love that.
What's up? Oh. Tim is the one that you hope you are in the office, even though he's depressed and thinks his life is being pissed away in this place. You love watching Brent, but you don't want to be Brent. You want to be Tim.
That didn't happen by accident. It didn't happen because of my overwhelming charisma. Do you know what I mean? It happened because they wanted Tim to be the, you know, the kind of, I suppose, the emotional focus, or at least they wanted him to be the audience, yeah. And he was, you know.
Hey, dude.
Give it back.
I'm just using it for a second.
It's got my name on it. Apparently they had a completely different idea when they were writing it of the sort of person that Gareth would be. He was supposed to be a much bigger, more macho kind of guy, and yeah, so I've heard that when I came in and auditioned, they changed their mind.
Because if you're genuinely physically scared of somebody, if it had like been Tim and Lee, that kind of character, then you just think, I think he's going to hit Tim. He's going to beat him up, you know. Whereas it's kind of Tim and Gareth, you think there's a man who thinks he's Napoleon, but look at him.
That's the correct way. Do you want to try that with me?
I'm fine.
Well, I'm supposed to witness you do it so I can tick the box.
Every single one of those characters is so perfectly cast and in a sort of new, informal way.
Hello, Wernham Hogg.
And Dawn, just the perfect look, the perfect pitch. You know, not so fabulous that, of course, everyone will be in love with her, but you slowly fell in love with her while you watched her.
I've got kind of hot hand, sorry.
Right, just don't touch my head.
With Dawn, sometimes I wanted to give her a bit of a shake, you know, because she didn't pursue the guy that she really did want to. She didn't even get out of a relationship she really should have done.
You can say something.
And she had ambitions that she never really even attempted to pursue.
You just changing your mind, because you always do.
What's wrong with that?
I think the camera is like another character in the office. It's a whole other member of our show, because it added so much depth, I think, to what people said and did.
Obviously, one of the key aspects of the show was the sort of documentary style, and that had sort of been born out of how we'd originally got it made, and we shot something in a little documentary style, and we did that because it was a very quick way of filming. You can get a lot done quickly in a documentary style. You've got to worry about the finesse. And then over time, we realised that the whole sort of documentary boom that was happening at the time, the sort of docu-soap, things like Driving School and the airport programme, were throwing up these amazing characters who suddenly were acting in a very specific way because of the fact they were being filmed.
I think the most extraordinary thing about the documentary format, obviously, was Ricky's performance with the camera.
Good. Well done. Well done again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Because he was giving his own editorial version of how he thought he was doing, so that you had his ghastly behaviour, and then on top of the fact that he thought that his ghastly behaviour was absolutely excellent and cool and interesting and complicated.
Hooray! Finchy!
Finchy comes in a ball of horrendous energy, you know, saying the crassest things, and Tim is able to go, you getting this? This is what I have every day of my life, you know.
Oh, yeah, speak to yourself.
We wanted the look and the feel of the office to be very oppressive and very drab and ordinary and boring.
They had such a definite idea of what it should be, and it took 3 years to get it to the stage where they could actually make it. That's what made it a success, that they knew exactly what they were doing.
We didn't want anything sexy or cool or rock and roll. It was all anti that.
The opening titles, they just blew me away. I remember first time I saw it. The things you're seeing are so dull and grey, but it's shot in this incredibly cinematic way. And the slow pans and the low shot looking up at that horrible building. It makes it look epic, and the music is very epic, but what you're looking at is unimaginably dull. There's no doubt about what this is about.
One of the first things that Ricky ever did as the David Brent character, he had a couple of scenarios in his head that used to play out for me when we worked together. One of which was his character, his sort of seedy boss character, interviewing a woman and his slightly lascivious, lecherous manner, which is actually something we downplayed in Brent. Brent, in the original form, was a lot more seedy, perhaps, than he later became. But certainly that scene where he's interviewing the girl...
It showed another side of David Brent, because he didn't really know how to act.
Right. The interview. Let's see what we've got here. Karen Roper. Curriculum vitae.
Brent doesn't think that that's creepy. He thinks that's romantic.
He thinks he's a bit of a Lothario. He's thinking he's setting the mood for love. He doesn't think this is seedy or anything, does he? So he thinks she's going to go, "You're the most interesting man I've ever met." And you're handsome with your little beard.
One of the things is it's a great physical performance by Ricky. You know, I mean, obviously the gestures have now become slightly over well known, the tie and the looks to camera. But he does sometimes, every so often, he will do bigger stuff. No.
Dave,
Oh, I'll do.
Judith, can you give us a ring, please?
Go away. Good bloke. Good laugh.
Dave, it's Paul again. I don't think.
Leave me alone. It's fine. It's fine, that one. There's loads and loads of moments, just the way he'll be when a woman's around, as opposed to the way he'll be when someone who he's frightened of will be around, some higher status person will be around. All that sort of stuff, yeah. Just like complete control of the body. And it's all that now, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, it's all...
Busy?
Yeah, just keeping up the morale.
Can we have a chat?
Yeah. One of the things that we were exploring in the office is that cusp of blue collar to white collar, regular guys working in an office instead of a factory or being a mechanic. And what we did was we showed the difference between the two worlds, the world upstairs and the world in the warehouse.
Wow.
This is scary, David. Don't tie any more cash up in stock unless you have to.
Thing is,
I'm sure you could lose more people from down here. Who's the foreman?
Taffy! Taffy! Glyn!
What?
We'll call him Taffy. David Brent is caught between those two worlds because he wants to be a lad, but he wants to mix with management as well. And it comes to a head when he's down there with Jennifer Taylor-Clark. What are you watching?
That's my dog shagging his dog.
Oh, yeah.
Glyn, I'm sure David's made it clear to you that you'll be losing personnel.
That's the funny bit. Look at Guz's face.
He's trying to be cool and a lad, but he knows it's wrong. And he knows this thing, sexism, he's heard of that, and he knows about misogyny, he knows all those things, he knows all the isms, he just doesn't really fully understand them or go along with them all.
Take this upstairs, we're a bit busy.
You don't look busy.
What do you want me to get busy, love?
Sorry?
You can be next, Gazza likes and posh.
A word with you now.
Yeah. That was out of order in a way. No, I'm not in trouble.
What's in here? It's a good shagging.
I might bloody have to now. See you later. David Brent hates having a woman as a boss. Deep down, he hates it. And he hates being undermined anyway by a woman. He hates being undermined by anyone in front of the camera. So it just, his world just implodes in that episode. One of the other themes in The Office is comedy itself. You know, you get a lot of things off your chest. We had a go at people just shouting catchphrases.
Ricky, leave it!
Props, just bringing in a funny thing.
Brilliant. Oh, God, look at that.
Pointing stuff out. Bad observational comedy, just pointing stuff out and expecting to get a laugh from it. Impressions. Impressions particularly of other comedy characters.
Timothy!
All right.
Also, the parameters of jokes, you know, good taste, bad taste, you know, what you think you can get away with, what you should say, what you shouldn't say.
I'd say, at one time or another, every bloke in the office is woken up at the crack of dawn.
What?
People write good sense of humour as the thing they most want in their partners, and very, very few people actually have a good sense of humour. And David Brent is a fabulously tragic and comic creation because he really thinks he's got a great sense of humour. He thinks he's a great undiscovered comedian, and he really isn't.
We were very careful that David Brent didn't say, I want to be a comedian. He'd say, I'm a comedian. He thought he was a comedian who just hadn't been discovered yet. And now he's thinking that as this goes out, this is his series. This, to him, was like his own comedy show.
Have you heard,
have you heard Michael Jackson's new song he's doing? No. He's teamed up with West Ham football team, apparently. Yeah. Doing On Forever Blowing Bubbles. I think Tim genuinely wants to be able to honestly laugh at stuff David says, because he can see he's dying every day. He sees that he's failing in all his attempts to be everyone's mate and to be funny. And Tim sees he's failing, you know, and he wants to... He would love to think, oh, he's going to really make me laugh now, you know. What's white and slides down toilet walls?
I don't know.
Michael Jackson's latest release. George Michael's. Yeah.
Good, isn't it? Oh.
The pregnant pauses that take place on The Office are just I think that they're longer. Those comedic beats obviously have existed before, and they're always sort of fun to play as long as there's emotion and feeling behind them. But The Office takes those moments a little bit longer.
What? I think. See you later.
See you later. Take care.
Finch was brought in to show people that Brent wasn't a bastard. Because like I said, he was the boss from How, he was awful. He's not that awful. He's a bit of a twit. He wants to be loved, he wants to be hugged. He's like all of us, he wants to be popular. And his biggest mistake was confusing respect with popularity, okay? Whereas Finch is a nasty man. He's a bully, he's a narcissist, he's spiteful.
Speak to yourself.
Come on, spit it out, as your boyfriend said last night.
I was just going to say that back to you.
Yeah, but I don't have a boyfriend, you do.
You can't get a bloody word in edgeways.
You can't get what in edgeways?
Matron.
Yeah, come on then, fat lad.
Oh, fat lad, always. Oh, God. Finchy. By having talked about Finch for so long, and to see Brent's excitement about this man, to finally have him arrive and obviously be a crushing disappointment.
Well, what was fun about that is that whenever anyone says to you, you love my brother, he's just like you. No, he's not. I'm going to hate him. I don't want to meet him. He's going to be a nightmare, isn't he? Right? And the other thing, of course, is that, once again, Brent's blind spot. Finch doesn't love Brent like Brent loves Finch. They're not a double act.
Current champions are this team here, the Dead Parrots.
The raft of life. He sleeps. If you hadn't nailed him to the perch, he would be pushing up the daisies.
One of the main themes of The Office was men as boys and women as adults. So boys never grow up. Their ego, their competitive spirit, their "Mum, look at me," never really goes away. And nothing brings out that male ego like a quiz.
Which insect produces gossamer?
Go on, what is it?
I want you to answer. Finchy.
What is it?
It's a spider.
The spider is an arachnid, not an insect. Yeah?
Yes.
6 legs or 8 legs. Eh? Thank
Yes.
you.
We can't stand to lose a quiz. Men can't stand to lose. If you're playing Trivial Pursuits, and I've heard myself say, you got a pie for who's Mickey Mouse's girlfriend. I got Dostoevsky's first 3 novels. It's ridiculous. And you go, right, forget the pie. Right, just answer questions. Who knows the most? You know, we can't stand it. So we thought it was just a great way, apart from being a good office observation, it was to bring out the absurdity of men. My favourite episode, staff training.
I think one of the things we did when we started writing was sit down and for ages we just talked about offices we'd worked in, experiences we'd had, and obviously all the same things kept coming up. And one of those things that we both experienced in different places was training, being taught things that you already knew, you know, and how to work as a team. And we just thought, well, that's a kind of given as an episode.
The staff training day episode is my favourite. And yeah, it's because it's like a holiday. It's only 2 doors down the corridor that everyone's gone on holiday, but they're out of the office and it's like a day trip, and you've got a new face coming in to talk to them.
My name's Rowan, and I'm going to be leading us through today's sessions.
Under me. Go on.
Well, as David has briefed me, he says that a lot of what we're covering, I think you'll be familiar with, but it's not necessarily a bad idea to recap anyway.
It's a breath of fresh air for the people in the office, but quite the opposite for David Brent, who sees it as a real challenge to his authority to have this guy coming in and telling them what he should be telling them.
I'm going to play a very bad hotel manager who just doesn't care.
So,
and
if it's a Basil Fawlty type character, then with their tale, maybe I should do it just for the comedy.
Yeah, well, let me just play, just to kick things off, okay?
I'll probably bring so much to this role anyway, so...
Right.
He couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand competing with this guy. I mean, he'd brought him in to train him, but then he wanted to be the boss, and it was just so much fun to watch him squirm, just to try and get in the front of the queue for attention.
Right, so, well, some interesting points.
Very interesting points.
Flagged up there. It's not quite the point I was trying to make.
Different
David.
points to be made.
I'm more interested really in customer care.
So am I. It's Tim's opportunity, I think, just for a little sleep. And to spend time with Dawn, and he can kind of, you know, nudge her and just have little quiet asides with her, you know. That's perfect, you know. I mean, and I remember that sort of situation from school. Any excuse just to spend time with a girl that you fancy is the best thing ever, you know.
The documentary style gave us a whole new element to that romance that I don't think people have been able to do before, because suddenly they were under a microscope all the time, and it meant that they couldn't express themselves in the way that you can in a regular show. In a regular show, you can take someone behind closed doors and you can declare your love, and it's fine, and it's between the two of you. But in our documentary world, that camera was always on them, was always spying. So it meant that everything was much more illicit, that the time they shared together was always being observed.
I remember Ricky and Steve saying that they were really fascinated by non-verbal communication, you know. And just how body language is however much % of our communication, you know, but it's a big one. It's a big percentage of it, and it's kind of the most important telling stuff.
That feels nice, actually. Doing all that with your nails.
Shh. When are you going out then?
End of the week
When
drink.
are you going out then?
Well, tonight, hopefully, I thought.
Hello, mate. Hi.
Nice we are. I've got kind of hot hands, sorry.
Right, just don't touch my head.
Oh, that way.
Ooh!
Yeah, I know. Like
that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Thanks, Ta.
You're so lovely.
No, I'm not lovely. No, you are.
Snotty.
You're snotty, and I'd marry your snot.
I think if I were a viewer, I would have enjoyed watching Tim and Dawn and their journey because it didn't seem implausible and it didn't seem unreachable. They made it feel as if you could have these little things inside you, these little stories that can come out, rather than it being this glossy Hollywood love story where they all end up brilliantly happy, but everyone's unbelievably rich and beautiful and in, you know, sunny lands, and it doesn't feel like where we are, you know what I mean? And so I think I would have enjoyed seeing it play out.
For someone like me, the romantic drama, particularly of the great Christmas special, you know, is one of the great romantic comedies of all time, one of the great romantic stories of all time. I mean, I think the very best sitcoms have had profound things at the bottom of them. I suppose that's what makes them good.
All of my favourite shows have always had a sort of romantic strand in them, whether it be Northern Exposure or Moonlighting or Friends. And I think it's one of the reasons, one of the things we liked is the kind of soap opera feel that the best of those shows have. You know, soap opera not being a sort of a damning phrase at all, that actually there's something about watching from week to week and building an understanding of that world and caring about those characters that's very unique to television. And a lot of British comedies don't seem to do that enough, and it seems strange. You know, you're coming week after week, so you can draw people in. And so we were very keen to have that romantic thread, because we knew if we just kept going, it would just become the sort of beating heart of the show in a way.
The supporting cast were actors, but sometimes it just said in the script, man one, woman one. And we gave them all names anyway, just in case it popped up, because we wanted that realism. They came in every day, they were sat in their seats, and they'd really be typing. And then one thing in the script said, someone leaves a message on his answer phone, and it was Ewan, and he was just cracking us up.
Hello, you're through to Keith. I will be at training all day today. Please call me or leave a message and I will call you tomorrow.
One of our pet hates was exposition, where someone walks into a room and goes, Jonathan, you know your sister, the one that went to the Gambia, who's a doctor? Yeah. But we found out that we could do that with Keith because of his strange laconic tone. He could remind the audience what had happened and what was embarrassing. So it was funny anyway, but for people who'd forgotten, oh yeah.
So you resigned then?
Yeah, I'm just going to hand him a notice, make it official. You know.
You embarrassed yourself and all, didn't you, asking Dawn out?
No, I didn't ask her out. That was... Why does everyone think... It was as a friend,
right,
okay? It was just as a friend.
You see, it ended with me taking a bite into the Scotch egg. We're talking about watching peak practice. Boring, isn't it? Just staying in watching peak practice with your life.
Yeah.
Not for me, I like it.
I'll just stay...
That was so good. That was so good.
Something would put us off, or something would go, and one of us would always kind of crack and lose it, and we just couldn't get it right. We got through 3 or 4 Scotch eggs, and eventually they had to give me ones back that had a bite taken out of them because they didn't have enough bought for the number of takes it took. So a couple of times I had to disguise a bite that had already been taken out and go in again. Boring, isn't it? Just staying in, watching Pete practice with your life.
Yeah, it is.
Not for me, I like it.
Yeah, I just stayed in at a big...
It was one of the 400,000 scenes that we couldn't do in under 4 hours because it was just a lot of laughing, you know.
I was the worst corpser of all. Yeah, I mean, it's strange because my job is to try and make people laugh for my own amusement, but sometimes that goes wrong and I can see fear in their face, or I found myself funny and I'd laugh and ruin a take. Also, even if you've written the lines, if they're funny, I still laugh.
What's the difference? A dwarf is someone who has disproportionately short arms and legs.
I'm so sorry.
What's the difference? A dwarf is someone
Fucking hell! You can't help corpsing. You can't help. You can help putting people off and making them corpse. But if someone's finding something funny, you know, I celebrate that, really.
I thought I found a lump. I examine myself regularly. I get checked out. It's fine, but terrifying. Testicular cancer. Cancer of them old testicles. What's that? Oh, God, that was a great one.
We'll do it again.
Please.
We'll do it again.
Damn.
Steve came over once in the office and said, Rick, it's like making your own TV show isn't interesting enough for you. You've got to have other things going on. And so, I do, you know, I multitask. I try and get something in the can, and I try and ruin the take for my own amusement.
Action.
9.99 pure silk, so I had to snap it up. OK.
He can't stand to do the same take twice, and so he would change something about it every time.
Action.
And Wally Burton, 2 for 10 quid. So I went, yes, please.
Something would have to be different, and that was the thing that would crack you up.
Action.
And, you know, Deaf Nobby Burton, who comes around with a case, 2 for...
Why are you making it harder for yourself?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll just say Nobby Burton, who comes round with a case. 2 for 10, I've got 4.
I think sometimes he'll improvise an idea that will amuse him and that will amuse someone else. And now Ricky thinks, right, OK, I've got them now. And then he will just keep going. He just thinks, well, this for my own amusement. Even though we're making a TV show, the clock's ticking, we're losing money, and we've got to get it on BBC Two. He's thinking, no.
That probably contributed to making it so funny as well, because it was so fresh. Each one of those takes that finally got into the series was unique.
I've only just reached a point where I can watch it now and enjoy it and not really be thinking about how it was made or what he was doing that day that was terribly annoying. Now I start to see it, I think, for the first time as audiences do, and I can't remember some of the episodes, I can't remember some of the scripts. Jokes amuse me now for the first time, and so I've just got to a point where I can sort of see it and enjoy it. And now I feel more proud perhaps than I did then, because I really feel excited when I see a little clip of it somewhere, because it just feels such a three-dimensional world. I think that's the thing you're always trying to chase as a writer, is a world in which people believe those characters exist and that somewhere they're out there, and that, I think, you know, is its sort of greatest, for me at least, our greatest achievement.
Yeah, I mean, I've only got fond memories of everything from meeting Steve to winning the Golden Globes, you know.
What I think really, you know, has changed American television is that by bringing over an American version of The Office and really staying true to the tone of the original, and then it becoming a success in America, has totally revitalized comedy on television in the States.
I keep it on in my house sometimes just for comfort. I just keep it on. I'm not even necessarily watching it. I'm just sort of listening to it because I find it comforting to... That sounds weird. Yeah, I keep my pants on.
We've always been a bit staggered at how successful The Office has been worldwide, and I think that what I love about it the most is that the characters are essentially the same in the remade shows. Brent is still Brent, and Tim and Dawn still Tim and Dawn. Gareth still Gareth, even though the names aren't the same. The characters essentially are.
At one time or another, every bloke in the office is woken up at the crack of dawn.
What?
La chef réceptionniste. Ça va?
Oh oui, oh, viens. Anne, viens. Oh oui, viens, Anne. Ah! Viens!
À la camita.
Put my stapler inside a jelly again. That's the third time he's done it. It wasn't even funny the first time.
Il est chiant, il arrête pas de me mettre du fromage partout dans mes affaires.
Pero mire, pero ¿cómo voy a desperdiciar comida, hombre, por Dios? ¿Pero cuánta gente puede alimentar?
I thought I found a lump.
Realmente me encontré un poroto, una cuestión re fea.
Cancer des testicules. Mes pauvres petites testicules. C'est quoi?
It's a bit of brie.
What from down there? See you later. I look back and there was that romance with writing our first sitcom, but I couldn't be proud of The Office. I honestly couldn't be proud of The Office, even if it hadn't won any awards and hadn't done. I think that I was proud when we'd finished writing it. I knew that we'd done our best, and it's the first time I've ever tried my hardest at anything as well.
There was nothing really about that job, the entire job, that was not very enjoyable, especially in hindsight, because you come away and you do lots of other jobs. I've done lots of jobs before and lots of jobs since, and as always, you don't fully appreciate things when they're going on. You forget that this isn't all going to be as much fun as this.
I haven't worked on anything that was such a joy to work on since. I've worked on some great stuff and had a great time, but there was something very special about that, about working on that, and we knew it.
That particular job was full of nice people, funny people, smart people, and people that I was glad to see every day. And sorry when that ended.
I'm still proud of it to this day, and people ask me about it the whole time, and I'm always happy to answer their questions, because it was a very important part of my life and still is.
My biggest ambition from a young age was to write, honestly, was to write and be involved with a sitcom that would be thought of, fondly, and possibly even amongst, the sort of much-loved sitcoms. And I feel like to some degree we've achieved that. And so now I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of my life. Now I've got to sort of recalibrate my expectations. Now I'm just filling up the hours before I die. That's why I'm here today. But that's not gloomy, is it?
Well, you got voiceover work, though, haven't you?
I've got some voiceover work, yeah. I've got some voiceover work. Barclays.
Sell out. This is the worst part of my job.
Possibly, Anders. Maybe send in a CV or email a CV.
He's put a little bit of all of us in that, hasn't he? Oh, I'll ask him if he's a goggle-eyed freak, Steve.
All right, calm down.
Well, no, I didn't mean...
there's no need to get insulted.
No, I didn't necessarily mean you, did I?
No need to get nasty.
Well...
Also, I was thinking about that, actually, Steve.
Oh, God.
Just talking of the old...
What?
What?
Talking of the what?
No. Do you know, like...
This better be good.
No, you don't have that many girlfriends and that.
What do you mean?
Carl, why are we on this? I was defending you in the whole monkey discussion. Come on, what's your point?
No,
what's your point?
No, what's the point? What's the point?
I just was thinking...
If there was an infinite number of Steves?
You're an odd-looking fella.
Come on, Carl, get to the...
No, you know I know that. I've told you that loads of times.
What do you mean, you know I know that?
Well, there's no point pretending anymore.
Steve, I'm flabbergasted.
But also, you don't like spending money, right?
He's mean and weird looking.
Valentine's Day.
I'm gonna. Oh.
Are you sort of? You know.
You've got to love him now, haven't you?
What are you happier with? The fact that no girls like you enough, right?
This is really mental.
Or are you happy because you don't have to spend any money on a card for someone?
A little from column A, a little from column B.
Wait, let's have more monkey news. What have we got?
No, we've got
so much to get into this show. Insults,
We don't
stupidity.
need the insults. I think we've got enough. We don't need the
Yeah,
insults.
there's no more insults. No more
What
insults.
angers me with Carl is you know he's been planning that.
No, I haven't. I was thinking about it on the way in because Valentine's Day is coming up and I'm not a big fan of it. Right.
Condoms?
You bought your girlfriend a box of condoms for Christmas. I don't think you can have a go at me. To be fair.
No, but I don't just treat her on Valentine's. I'm always... Do you know what I mean?
You don't even treat her on Valentine's. You don't even treat her at Christmas or on her birthday. When do you treat her?
Hang on a minute. Wait a cotton picking minute there. Oh, why I order. Wait a minute. What was that? Tiffany dog.
I treat your girlfriend better than you, and I've only met her twice.
I took her out last night and she enjoyed herself.
Where'd you go?
Until she had to write the cheque.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
To a chippy. A really...
Play a record!
To a chippy?
No, a really quality one.
Right.
Oh, God!
Under a fiver for two.
Oh, nice
lots.
wrapping. Not newspaper, greaseproof paper.
And bread.
And bread.
Would you say you've ever been brave? Because I was thinking before we did this, I can't think of a time when I've ever been brave. I don't think I've been cowardly. I've just never been in a situation where I needed to be brave, particularly. I've always managed to avoid fights, conflicts.
Yeah. See, when I was in Salford, I'd nipped to Greg's to get a pasty. I heard some bells going off. I came out, just thought, I don't know what that is. Went over to the car, sort of thinking, I can't wait to have this pasty when I get home. Cup of tea, nice cup of tea, maybe a bit of bread.
I love the fact that his head was just filled with food because he was buying food and thinking food. When he's eating, I'm thinking I'm eating food. Just one big globular mess of food cells in his head for the duration of the food experience.
I can remember that food thought going on now, and it was probably like 15 years ago. But I remember how happy I was. I'm out at the Greg's, I've got what I want, I'm on my way home, this pie's hot, it's going to be hot when I get home, it's going to be a nice cup of tea, bread.
These are the things you save, and yet you forget really important facts.
Yeah, he doesn't know why wars are happening, but he does remember this.
Yeah, but listen, this is why I remember it. Like I said, you forgot the bit that I said. A bell going off. I don't know what's going on there. I'm walking over the road, put the key in the car, I turn round, bloke comes running out the post office, obviously the bell's gone off, he's got a big shotgun, balaclava on, and he stops and looks at me. He's there with a big gun in his hand, and he's looking at me. And I wasn't scared. I just was thinking, does he want me pie? I remember thinking, if he said, I want that, I'd have to give it up.
So a man with a gun.
I told Suzanne, she said no, he was probably thinking about nicking your car. He's got.
What,
your
he
key.
didn't have a car ready? He came,
No,
he had
he
the
legged it.
balaclava, the gun, and he goes, fuck me, I forgot the car.
In the end, he sort of ran off down the back alley.
I love the fact that he looked over at you for a split second and you thought he might be interested in your
Was
pie.
there other people around? Were you sure this happened and you weren't reading a comic book?
No, it happened.
And so he looked you in the face. He saw
through
you.
his balaclava, he made eye contact, I looked at him, everything sort of stopped for a minute, and then he just sort of legged it off down the back alley.
And what did you say to the police when you obviously
I didn't. I just went.
Were you a witness to a risk?
Have me pie. Like I said, it was warm. It's not going to stay warm forever, is it?
But when it was on Crime Watch a few weeks later,
No, it wasn't. That's what was weird. I said to Suzanne, let's watch like Granada Reports tonight, see if I'm on the telly or anything. Nothing. Didn't even get reported.
Why would you be on the telly if you just ran away?
Just didn't say CCTV or something like that. If I was involved in it, they went, this happened today in Salford, outside Greg's. Are you this man with the pie? I wanted to make sure I was well out of this one. Because Suzanne sort of said, should you get involved? But you shouldn't get involved, because then I'm at risk, aren't I? Nobody was killed.
You are. We're back to bravery again, aren't we?
Yeah, it is bravery.
Go on then.
Came up with a good idea.
We'll be the judge of that. Well, I'll do it now. It's not a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sticking my neck out here. But I think this isn't going to be a good idea.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to second that motion.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're both right.
See-through skin.
High five, Rick.
But that isn't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, have you seen them weird things that just look like... They sort of look like a leaf?
Yeah, they're insects that have evolved to look like a leaf. So a bird thinks, oh, there's no tea there.
No,
that's
but
not a juicy insect. It's a leaf. I don't eat leaves.
Yeah, but at
Forget
some
it.
point, something has had it away with a leaf.
No!
What?
At no point has something had it away with a leaf.
No, to make it look that much like a
No!
leaf.
At no point did a beetle shag a leaf. There's nothing on a genetic level or molecular level, anything to do with it having anything to do with a stick or a leaf. It's superficial. It's the way it looks.
Do you know what he said to me the other day? This is unbelievable. This is one of the most stupid, incredible things I've ever heard. He was talking, and he suddenly stopped, and he was thinking about it, and he went, oh, I went, what? He went, you'd never see a black ghost. Extraordinary.
True, though, isn't it?
I've never seen a ghost, full stop. There are no ghosts. There aren't ghosts.
No, I mean when you just see them in, like, magazines and that.
Play a record!
Right, I don't know the sort of full ins and outs of it.
Go on, you surprised me.
But what he asked for, something happened to his tackle, right?
Mm-hmm. His penis?
Yeah, right. So he was at the doctor's, and they were like, oh, what can you do for me? It's a bit embarrassing, I've got nothing down there, right? So they were like looking at it, going, yeah. Doctor, I don't know if he started like rubbing his chin with his finger or something. Looked down, he's thinking, got an idea. You know, you've got a lot of fingers, how many of them do you use? The patient's like, yeah, I see what you're thinking. They cut off one of his fingers, sewn that on to where his tackle is. He's happy.
Well, that's different though, isn't it?
Well,
that's where they've
really
taken
different.
tissue. No, but I assume they fashioned it into more of a knob than a finger.
No, I still think it's there with like a little knuckle and you know, fingernail and that.
Well, I assure you it isn't. They've probably used the finger as a basis to then build up some sort of knob-based organ.
If you were doing that, use a sausage. I mean, why lose a finger?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because your finger has your tissue, your blood type, and therefore would graft near your testicles. A sausage is a thing that's made by a butcher out of offal, okay, that really can't be grafted onto any part of the human body. That's why they very rarely use any meat products in surgery. I know, yeah. Well, I mean, why not use a sausage? You're a mental case.
I've been trying to take in too much information though, that's the problem recently. Well, I said to you last week, I've been like reading more books and what have you, and trying to take in too much, but the problem is, like even watching telly and that now, Suzanne said to me, you know, stop doing that, stop watching telly late at night and going to bed, because it's making your brain too active. And I'm sort of...
Heaven forbid.
And you know, I'm trying to get to sleep and I can't, and then when I wake up, she had a go at me the other day, right? Because it was the night after watching The Fat Baby, right? Woke up in the morning, and she had a go at me because as soon as I woke up, I said something like, "How can you freeze time?" And she says, "Are you going to say good morning or whatever?"
I'm gonna burst! Just imagine it, right? It's that the sun comes out through the window. Oh, she's Carl's like that, his little head. His eyes open, he goes, one of those floppy night hats. How can you freeze time? Oh, God.
Oh, chimpanzee, that is only gone and written it down, the little...
That's the jingle for Karl's diary, excerpts of which we read each week. Get straight into it. A band from the Conga have won the Best Newcomers in a Radio 3 competition. They use pots and pans for instruments. It says that the Conga is a poor, sad place. So why do people do that happy dance at the end of parties called the Conga?
Right, one is the Congo. There's no place called the Conga. They come from a place called the Congo. Where do you come from? Okie dokie. It's a terrible place that we don't know whether to put our left leg in or our right leg in. Sometimes we shake it all about.
We're not sure if we should.
But
Conga!
So we'll move on to this next one, right, which is brilliant.
Go on.
Dead short story. So, right, old woman, about 70 years old. She's normally fit and healthy and stuff. Nothing wrong with her. She's having a good life. And one day she goes for a check to the doctors, just to check herself out 'cause she's getting on a bit. Says take your clothes off and that. So she does, and checks her out. Says yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Turn round. He said, oh God. He said you got a tumour on your buttock. Right. So she goes, oh. What, can you do anything to sort it out? So they go, yeah, we could book you in for an operation. It's best if we remove this. Books are in for an operation. Operation day comes, strip her down and that. They're all stood round, the doctors. Start to operate. It only turns out it's a pork chop that she sat on 5 years earlier and it had stuck to her buttock.
Right, Carl.
I can forward you.
I'm not,
honest.
right,
no, listen. Serious.
Right, okay, Carl, I'm telling you now. I'm leaving. I'm never doing this show again.
No, I'm serious. Honestly.
You're talking. I've never had such. You are. Play a record. Play a record.
I couldn't believe it.
What do you mean you can't believe it? Stop the record. Stop the record. Stop the record. Right, okay. Right, what do you mean you couldn't believe it?
No, when I read it, I said I've got to tell Ricky
This woman had a pork chop stuck to her arse for 5 years, you mental case. Of course she didn't.
But I always remember this story when I was a kid about some bloke who, a bit sad, the story, but weird. He had throat cancer, right? And his doctor said, carry on with your life, right? It's not going to be that good, but just carry on, but don't eat meat. And he was like, oh, I love meat. He's like, yeah, but just don't, have your veg, plenty of vitamins and stuff, keep yourself strong, but don't be eating that anyway. He was fed up because he loved his meat, and his wife was feeling a bit sorry for him one day, and thought, I'm sick of him looking fed up and that. All he wants is some meat, for God's sake, give him some meat. So she goes to the butcher's, gets him a big piece of like steak and what have you. He can't believe it. He's like, oh, brilliant, cheers for that. Anyway, he's got the meat on his plate, just about to tuck in, and the cancer comes out from his throat. What? No, it's something. I know it sounds really weird, but it's something that I was told about years ago when I was growing up.
What are you talking about?
It was just some bad illness, some cancer thing, and it was coming out waiting for the meat. It was sort of dying.
Again, I get a lot of your medical knowledge is from the film Alien. So this guy with throat cancer. Okay, as opposed to it being a disease of the cell.
It was like a living...
The alien. It was alien.
So it was the animal. It was the little animal cancer.
That's why
what are you talking about?
Meat. He wasn't allowed to eat meat.
So it's sitting there, so it's actually sitting there in the throat. I'll tell you what I'd have done if I'd have had some cancer in my throat. I'd go, there you go, rid of that. What are you talking about? So what happened?
He choked to death on this thing, and the wife was like, oh, I shouldn't have given him the meat after all. Just
that's a bollock story.
It's all, there's loads of weird stuff like that that happens in medical stuff.
Well, the terrible thing is, if you got testicular cancer and you eat meat, your bollocks come out of your trousers, and they're all over the plate, and you have to be asked to leave the restaurant.
But it doesn't sound like the great place to live, right? Could they not move? Could one of them go, do you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm moving or whatever, and go to a proper city. How far away is this, these Papa people, to the next...
They're like the Smurfs. They're very like the Smurfs.
But how many miles away from a place with a normal life going on?
But think about this, Carl. Firstly, they don't speak the language, so they don't have any practical skills. They've got no experience of civilization. So even if they chose to go and live in one of these cities, what can they do? How can they function? They'll spend 15 years just trying to figure out what how everything works.
Mind you, I have had the same thought about Inuits.
Right.
If you live in a house made of ice and eat fish all day, and then just stay in for 6 months, move. I really do. I mean, I don't understand why they're living there.
I think there's some bacteria that has better lives than that.
That's got to be offensive.
Why?
Okay, how about this is one of the weirdest things. This is one of the weirdest things, right?
Sorry.
An entire people, an entire race
Just
of people.
dismiss.
No,
Just
no,
dismiss.
I'm not having a go, but I'm just saying I wouldn't fancy it. Is what I mean. He said what you've got to do when you go to sleep, focus on your toe, right?
Okay.
He said, and just think about nothing else. I said,
He's a witch. Did he tell you to put a toad under the bed?
no, he just said focus on the toe and see how you go on and what have you. Next time you come in, let me know. Anyway, I gave this a go, focusing on the toe.
So what does this mean? You mean you sat in bed staring at your toes?
No, this is it. He said, like, lie down,
Visualising
shut
it.
your eyes and sort of look at it, sort of thing. So I was lying there. It just wasn't working because
Oh, Carl, this isn't medicine.
I was
You were
my
thinking of a
eyes-
finger.
Well, no.
He found out he was thinking of someone else's toe. Next
It
day,
doesn't
someone
work.
called up and said, "Carl, my toe's better."
No, the problem was I was still using my eyes even though I had them shut.
Oh God! Just when I think he could never come up with something stupid, he pulls that one out of the bag.
Right.
Turns
So
out-
what does that mean?
Oh God! Well, it's about me and Constantine infiltrating those gullible muppets.
They are so gullible.
And
We are
I-
going to pin crime on them.
Yeah, and I pretend that I really think they're brilliant and I
Yes.
want to manage them and take them on a world tour. But really, it's just to get close to things like bank vaults
That is right.
and the crown jewels.
This is part of big nefarious plan.
Yeah. That's what happens when two master criminals come together to work out. You know, we're working together.
That is right.
Yeah, in the movie, this is.
Yes.
In real life, we're sort of friends.
Yes, we are friends.
We're Hollywood chums, aren't we?
That is right. We are Hollywood chums.
It's easy for you to say.
No.
Right, okay. So, but, yeah, in the movie, we're sort of at each other's throat, aren't we? Like,
That is right.
thick
That
as
is a good
thieves.
rivalry.
Yeah. What?
Good rivalry.
Yeah. Right.
Hard to say. It's so many letters.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Tongue-tied.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, but in real life, I've loved the Muppets for about 35 years. But when I met this guy, I hadn't met before we did this movie together.
No.
He is now my favourite Muppet of all time.
Yes.
And one of my best pals, really.
I think so.
Well, I'm one of your...
You are really only human that I interact with.
Yeah, I'm your only friend. You don't really...
No.
Like
I do not let people in easily.
I know, that's because he's had a really hard upbringing. He was born in a
Yes.
pond in Russia, one of 800 siblings.
Yes.
Many
All
of
of my tadpole brothers and sisters were eaten by fish.
Yeah. My favourite was 6 weeks in Pinewood Studios
Lovely.
Near Slough.
Yes, it was a lovely place.
It's lovely, wasn't it?
You know, I did not get a lot of sightseeing.
No.
I spent most of the time inside.
In a box.
In a little
basically.
box,
Yeah.
yes.
Sometimes I go, what Constantine doing now? And I think, oh, he's in a box.
That's where I was.
Yeah.
Waiting. Just waiting
to pound for your big moment.
That's right.
Is this close up?
Here we go. And I come out, I say my line, I go back away.
But he's amazing in the movie.
Yes, I
he
am.
sings, dances, he's a great impressionist.
Yes. I do my own stunt.
Do Kermit.
Hello, Kermit the Frog here. I love a pig.
Game changer.
Yeah, do Al Pacino.
Al Pacino in Godfather 3.
Your favourite movie?
Yes, my
It's
favorite.
the best of them.
It is the best of the Godfather series.
Well, any sequel.
You could only, it's a
Your
standalone.
sequels get better and better
They
and
do,
better, like
they do.
Rocky 6.
And
is
this
the
is
best.
him.
Yeah.
I get out of there, and then they pull me back inside. Because it is cold, presumably.
Exactly. Yeah, well, it's Constantine's little dig at me, really.
I think so.
A
This
little
is
song
correct.
about him being number one and me being number two.
That is right. It
World's
is wonderful tune.
He's world's most dangerous frog.
You
he's
are
number
just
two.
kind of...
Yeah, but that's in the movie. In real life, I'm number one and he's number two.
we do not have a song about this.
No, we don't. But whether we will soon. Don't worry.
Will we?
Leave it with me. Leave it with me.
All
There's going to
right,
be a
I
song.
suppose, but I do not know if
Oh, I
this will
know.
work. What?
I know what we could do.
What?
We could just swap the. I could start it. So I could sing. I'm number one. You're the number two.
No, that will not work. Wait, it's been done before. You have to do something different. You will write new song.
Okay.
I will have it after lunch.
What are you gonna have for lunch?
Oh, flies.
Yeah.
I may have fly salad.
Yeah.
I may have like a grilled cheese with fly.
Tempura, fly tempura.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Look, a little chopstick. Oh, this is deep fried fly.
Yeah. Muppets Most Wanted is good movie.
Yeah.
It has lots of singing and dancing and plotting and punching and
Yeah.
kicking and two frog for
Yeah.
price of one.
Yeah.
And
But just wait till the sequel, Muppets Less Wanted, that we're
yes.
going to do. Because as we said, sequels get better and better. So
Yep.
that's what's that? Oh, that's just going to be us
We're
two,
just
isn't
going
it?
to kind of drive around.
We're going to get rid of the Muppets altogether, just me
Just
and
you and me. We drive around. You drive.
Yeah.
We just go around the neighborhoods. We see people on the street and we yell things at them.
That is the best movie idea I have ever
Hey,
heard.
get a haircut!
Yeah. What do you look like?
What's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, you can have long hair. It's okay. I will always apologize if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you made a mistake.
If I'm in
Yeah.
the wrong,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fair.
Don't go in that cake shop. You've had enough. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Carl. This is a logical conundrum. To a certain extent, there's a little bit of lateral thinking because, but there is only one right answer. Now, the pressure here isn't to get this right. The pressure is when I've told you the answer to then understand it. Because when I've explained this to people, I've laid out for them, they still can't quite get the concept. Okay, so there's two doors, Carl.
Yeah.
One leads to heaven, one leads to hell.
Yeah.
Okay, they're identical. You can't tell them apart. Okay, 50-50.
Right.
Obviously, you want to go to heaven, I assume. Right, there's two guards, identical guards, guarding each door. Okay?
Right.
The one guarding hell always tells a lie. The one guarding heaven always tells the truth. You have to ask one question to find out which is which, and then go through the door you want. What question do you ask?
I've only got one.
Yeah.
And what, one to both?
No, one to either of them. You don't know which one's which, though. So what question do you ask?
Why can't I ask, like, both of them one?
Because it's
Because
not the rules.
are you can only ask one. There aren't actually two doors labelled heaven and hell, Carl. This is a leap of imagination here.
And I've definitely got to answer. I've got to ask them a question. I can't just sort of have a feel of the door to see if there's any heat or anything.
They're identical. You stand a few yards away. You cannot tell from the outside of these doors which is which. What question do you ask?
I can't look through the keyhole or anything.
There's no
Can't get
keyhole.
anywhere near them.
Um,
Let's imagine there's a small rope that prevents you from getting anywhere near, rather like outside a nightclub.
Yeah.
So they stood there.
Yeah.
They both look the same. They're both smiling.
Yeah.
But one of them's not really smiling. Really, he's trying to make me make a mistake, isn't he?
Well, he's just going to lie when you ask him a question. If you ask him.
So what's the point in asking a question? Do I know one of them's going to lie?
Yeah.
But would they be neighbours like this? Would they be that close? Why?
I mean, we're not sure if these two guys get on.
Because it's a logical. Well, I'll tell you the answer.
No, I want to see if he can get it. He's almost there. No, he's not almost there. What am I thinking?
No, hang on. Right, so you go up and you
Yeah.
go. You
Right,
go,
hang on. Well, look, let's imagine that. Let's imagine Ricky and I are those two guys. Okay, right?
But we have to. Well, me and Steve will decide which doors we're guarding. Okay.
Right.
I'm.
Look away, Carl.
Okay.
Right,
then.
so we've decided. Okay, one of us is guarding hell and one of us is guarding heaven. Which question are you going to ask and who are you going to ask it to?
Right. I'll just say to you, Steve. I'll go. Got some post for God here.
That's not a question. That's a statement.
Right, you've got some post for God here.
No, that's not a question.
Yeah, but maybe the question's coming. You got some post for God here, yeah.
And it needs to be signed.
It's not a question. Still not a question.
No, let him finish. Maybe
Is God in? Because I need him to sign for this post. Is he in?
Well, I can answer that as well if you want.
Go on.
He's in. He's behind my door. Do you want to answer it?
Well,
yes.
Do you want to get him? Just.
Well, no, you've only got one question.
So you're asking Steve, is God in? What's the answer?
Yes.
Ask me. Yes.
Look, lads, I'm just trying to do a job here. What am I going to do with this?
Well, give it to me and I'll give it to God because he's behind my door. Steve?
Yeah, give it to me and I'll take it into God because he's behind my door.
You're an idiot. Let me tell you the answer. I'm guarding hell, by the way. I'm the devil. Steve's God, okay? So you asked me what Steve would say if you asked him what door he was guarding, and I'm going to lie. I know he'd say heaven because he'd tell the truth, but I'm lying, so he'd say hell. So the question is, if I was to ask the other one what door he was guarding, what would he say? And whatever the person answers is the door they're guarding.
Steve, what door are you looking after?
Well,
heaven.
Yeah.
Why should I believe you?
Because you don't know. No, that doesn't work. Because you asked me the same, and I'd say heaven as well.
Right, so who do I believe? This is where you use your gut feeling, though, isn't it? This is what life's...
Well, as opposed to the pure logic that Ricky's just used.
I just think, because there's a lot of questions in life where you don't know the answer, and you go, do you know what? I don't like the look of him. So...
They're identical.
Yeah, but they're still identical twins. You always get a little snidey one.
See your head a little bit. We want to get the microphone there. Right, ready? Hold on.
Good. So you're just doing it.
Hold on. Now it's in position. What have you? Oh. Ready?
Yep.
Oh God! Oh no!
Oh, it's like Jackass.
Did it hurt?
Did that hit me?
What do you mean? Did it hit you?
I sort of just...
It went off course, did it? Just glanced at it.
Right, Lindauer, you're going to send us 8 more bottles, please,
Yeah,
because we're going to get this right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.